Well, good rising, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee Talk with Karen B. How are y'all doing? It is Moonday once again, April 24th, 2023. And do you guys know what today is? Do you guys know what is special about today, besides the fact that it is Monday? Anyone have any guesses in the chat? Sorry, I need to put some moisture on my lips. Today is Mark Sargent's birthday. Happy birthday, Mark Sargent. Happy birthday. Everybody, make sure, if you're able to, you wish Mark Sargent a happy birthday. Actually, Mark puts his phone number. Here's what I want everybody to do. This is going to be so fun. This is so fun. Mark Sargent puts his phone number under all his videos, and it would be really cool if you guys, I'm going to mute this, hold on, would send Mark a happy birthday text. Send him a text that says happy birthday. His number is 303-494-6631. Just say, happy birthday, Mark Sargent, HBD. Happy 666th birthday, Mark Sargent. That's what you should say. He loves that number. Happy 666th birthday, Mark Sargent. We celebrate Creation Day. Okay, Born Day, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it. Solar return. All of these things work. It all works. No, that's his cell phone. That's his cell phone. He doesn't ever respond to texts, but I think it would make him happy if he got a bunch of texts that said happy birthday. Paige's Creation Day is today. Really? What do you mean by Creation Day? Is that like the day that you come into the physical world? Or are you talking about like conception? 'Cause I'm just curious how weird you're getting with it there, David. Oh God. We could all give him a singing telegram. That's hilarious. Done. Oh, you guys are great. No, it's not a landline. That's his cell phone. He even says that he puts his cell phone number in all of the videos. Let me check. Actually, well, I have his number in my phone, so let me see if that's the same number that's in my phone. I'm pretty sure it is. Mobile, 303-494-6631. And there is another number for the home number, which I'm not going to say, but that's his mobile number. All right. Hard to nail down zygote day, right? God created life at conception, and ignoring the 9 months of life in the womb is ignoring creation. I mean, okay. I'm not trying to ignore creation. I'm just saying that's the day that he came into the physical world on his own as a separate being from the mother, not dependent upon mother for, the mother's body, not attached to mom's body. Because when you're in the womb, you're still attached to the mother's body by the umbilical cord and everything, and the placenta. What do you think about that? How weird are you gonna get? That's what I would, I mean, how weird you gonna get? How weird you gonna get? By the way, hold on. Were you guys watching Strange World last week? If you were, maybe you saw my new Imperio commercial, which I love that I made. Let me switch to share screen mode. I'm sure he is well over 50. He's over 50, but I don't think he's like that far over 50. Mark Sargent, what was he born in? Like, well, was it 69? It's 40 weeks, or what does Marty Leeds say? Like 200 and something days, 280 days, or I forget. Do we need to discuss how long you are pregnant for? Let's see. How long is a woman pregnant? Yes, I'm assuming gender. Pregnancy in weeks, months, and trimesters. 280 days, 40 weeks, 3 trimesters, or a little more than 9 months. That's right, 280 days, because that's what I remember, because of the 28 with the phalanges, it like carries over into how long women are pregnant for. So anyway, yeah. So, but then you don't know, not everybody, is exactly 280 days. So, I don't know. You can play that game if you want, but I'll just go with the day you came out. Yeah, 280 days. That's what's up. Anyway, I made a new commercial for our friends at Imperio Salsa, and I'm gonna make you guys watch it because it's a cool commercial, if I don't say so myself, and I love Imperio Salsa, and it's fun. Hey, are you a foodie? Are you looking for the best salsas and hot sauce to serve at your next Mexican cultural appropriation party? A salsa that will knock your guests on their rear ends? Or maybe you're just looking for that authentic roasted chili flavor. Imperio Salsa is small batch and handcrafted with choice non-GMO ingredients. It is legit my favorite salsa ever. Support your local flat earther and go to imperiosalsa.com and order some of the most authentic flavored salsa I have had in a very long time. Shipping is included on all USA orders, and oh, look at this. The more you order, the more you save, and you're gonna eat it all. They have some of the best seasonings that go great on your homemade guacamoles and quesadillas, or whatever you like. They are the bomb. Season your meat with it, season everything with it. Go get it. Keep it flat. Eat my salsa! Isn't that fun? I love that shit. How do the L-ites procreate when they all travel by trains? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, you got... hold on, before I go any further, let me make sure I turn on my phones. I gotta open the phones. I wonder if everybody texting Mark will make him show up in the chat. That's hilarious. One sec. Alrighty. Phones are open. My phone number is 848-222-2480. Trans? Are you trying to say they're all trans? Where is that Flat Earth t-shirt hoodie sold? Which one? Hi, MFT. Yeah, I know. Well, he might be awake. It's a little early for Mark, though. Yeah, so today is Mark's birthday. I think he was born in 1969. But I'm not sure. You mean this? This one that I'm wearing? Yes, this is from Kelsey, Rose's friend. Ella Fit. I also have a merch store. I've got some merch. Let me see if I can bring it up. If you go to the link in the description, I have some stuff. I've got some Flat Earth shirts. The air is lava. I've got Coffee Talk with Karen B mugs. If you would like to have a coffee cup to drink your coffee in that says Coffee Talk with Karen B while you're watching Karen B and like totally geek out. And there's a Flat Earth hoodie dress. Excuse me. Other mugs. Some Dose of Reality stuff. I don't have too many hoodies over here because it's warm now. I guess I should have had it when it was winter, but it does. You don't need it now. Anyway, I'm not sure which ones you're looking for. There's also who is what? Steph Carpenter sells them now too. Yes, he has this. The link for that is also in my description of all my videos. It's mosaigalleria.com/thestrong, and then you'll get all to all these hoodies right here. You can get Flat Earther, The Strong, That's Retarded, and then he also has t-shirts now that say Flat Earther, and he's also got a backpack. He's got some cool stuff. Flat Earther socks. Like if he just had some sweatpants, you could just be all Flat Earthered out. Yeah. The link for that is in the description as well. It's glitchy. I don't know. All right. Say hello to people on Rockfin. Mark Wantraba, good to see you. Scott Hunter, good rising. Psyop within a Psyop. Nuba, 69, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mark Sargent was born in 69. That makes sense to me. Yeah. So how old does that make him? $33,000 stars. Ha ha. You're welcome. Yeah. Text Steph and tell him to make sweats. Actually, you know what? Steph's supposed to be on Strange World with us tomorrow night. He's supposed to be on with us tomorrow. So that'll be fun. The day after Mark's birthday. Kind of like Mark's birthday show-ish. I mean, you know, 55? Okay. 54? I think he's born in 69. 55 this year? Wow, that's cool. Double digits. 5-5. That is fantastic. I also would like to remind you guys that Flattoberfest will be in Las Vegas this year, October 21st and 22nd of 2023. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be 2 days. And we are going to have an absolute blast. And pretty sure it's going to be international. I haven't purchased tickets for anybody yet. But, you know, because I just want to make sure everything gets lifted first. I want to see the green light. I mean, I'm pretty sure they are. But pretty sure it's going to be international. Get him a life alert button for his birthday. Is it 54 or 55? Can't you guys math? (2023 minus 1969) is 54. (54). He's not 55, he's 54. Hi, Free Flow. Get him a life alert. Oh my god. Math says 54. Yeah, I use the calculator because I can't depend on you guys, apparently. So, did you guys watch the Elon Musk rocket explode? It was really, really boring. Actually, it was not as exciting as I thought. However, hold on. Whoops, let me put this over here. This video about it made me laugh. I was laughing out loud, literally, when I was watching this. Yep, same age as you, yeah. 54. Oh, you guys were joking? Love from the UK. Shout out to the UK, Plain Truth. It was nominal. It was nominal, yeah. This particular video from Inside Edition is pretty funny. Snack. I wonder if I'll get a copyright for playing this from Inside Edition. Let me see.
What a sight to behold!
There's one part where he says 33 engines.
SpaceX Starship lifting off in Texas. Powered by 33 engines, the world's largest rocket.
powered by 33 engines, the world's largest rocket. It looks so weird. It totally looks like a dildo. I mean, come on, they all do.
A test mission for future flights to the moon.
A test mission for future flights to the moon. Because we've never been to the moon before, right? That's never happened before. We didn't do that, back when Mark Sargent was born, right? Back during Mark Sargent's creation. Right? That's when we supposedly started going to the moon.
SpaceX employees cheered as their $3 billion baby headed into outer space.
The thunderous roar of that rocket ship was absolutely stunning.
But 4 minutes in,
it does appear to be spinning.
Disaster. The rocket starts to spin.
Yeah, it starts spinning uncontrollably. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna skip a little
Explosion. You can hear everyone groan. Spectacular explosion. You can hear everyone groan. Starship is no more. So, is it a massive...
You know what's funny is though you can hear everyone groan, but they all start clapping. Because you know how, I'm sure a bunch of you have watched these stupid SpaceX launches where they always have like some fake audience. It's like there must be an applause sign because it all sounds so canned. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if I, hold on. It sounds super canned. Like, I thought I had, yeah, no. Well, maybe I didn't load it, but it sounds like a freaking sound effect whenever these people are cheering, supposedly, in these videos.
Failure or a huge success, as some rocket scientists are saying.
I see history being made.
We spoke to physicist Dr. Michio Kaku.
I see history being made. Listen very closely to what he says. It's so obvious. I mean, it's like they're trying to repeat history, right? It's like they're acting like we never went to the moon before, and now all of a sudden it's this new adventure all over again, right?
There's a new vision. We're just not going to the moon. This rocket will take us to Mars. This rocket will take us to Jupiter and Saturn. We're talking about an interplanetary Uber system.
An interplanetary Uber system, you guys.
Just not going to the moon. This rocket will take us to Mars. This rocket will take us to Jupiter and Saturn. We're talking about an
This rocket with its 33 engines.
Planetary Uber system. This is a speed bump on the way to the moon.
A speed bump on the way to the moon. Because we've never been there, as Buzz Aldrin likes to say. We didn't go there. I mean, it's such a joke. It's such a joke. And then look at Elon Musk. Here, this is funny too. Check this out. Elon Musk has like his skater buddies. You know, it's like these dudes. It's like they're just his buddies like sitting here at the screen. Like, here, we're all gonna be on TV. Like we're doing a rocket launch. Like, watch here. You can sit here with me and look cool.
SpaceX and Twitter boss
like the
Elon
dude
Musk
bros right
was
here.
in the command center watching his $3 billion rocket go up in smoke. He's putting a positive spin on the
Make
failure.
sure you guys look serious.
tweeting,
Make it look
"Learned
real."
a lot for next test launch in a few months. He says it wasn't an explosion, it was a rapid, unscheduled disassembly.
A rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Oh, and here's their fake audience. Oh, wait, they cut it off. Rapid, unscheduled disassembly. This rocket right here that's spinning out of control, this is going to take us to Mars. It's going to take us to Jupiter and Saturn with its 33 rocket engines. And then a speed bump on the way to the moon, dude. Can you believe that crap?
This Dr. Michio Kaku.
There's a new vision. A new vision.
Michio
We're just not going to the
Bukaki.
moon. This rocket will take us to Mars. This rocket will take us to Jupiter and Saturn. We're talking about an interplanetary.
I mean, it's a freaking joke.
System. This is a speed bump on the way to the moon.
A speed bump on the way to the moon.
Elon Musk was in the command center.
Dude, bros, he's like, oh, look serious. Look like you're launching a rocket.
Putting a positive spin on the failure, tweeting, learned a lot.
Anyway, whatevs. It is ridiculous. 100% ridiculous. He's getting fat. Oh my god. What do you mean getting fat? MFT. Let me see. Oops. Getting fat. Remember these? This one where he's getting hosed down like a freak. This picture makes me freaking laugh. Just with it, you don't even need any image, you don't even need text. You know? This is like one of those things, you just post a picture and you're like, caption this. What's your caption? Michio Kaku, not cacao. I don't know. Who knows? Did they put did they have his name? Or did they just because the guy does say it weird. Did they actually type it out? No. Let's see if they have it here. I think that guy just doesn't know how to pronounce his name. This picture makes me want to throw up. I'm sorry. It's funny though, right? Paste. Good rising. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you guys crazy. It's funny. I laugh at it. This is like comedy to me. It's comedy. Wearing that Elon outfit for Halloween this year. Dude, it's hilarious. Oh, thank you for the tip, Tom Nixon, born 1960. July 20th is not his birthday, Tom. That's what Wikipedia says. But July 20th is not his birthday. His birthday is April 24th. But thank you for the tip. But yes, 1969. I'm pretty sure that is the day. Or the year. The cheering is so ridiculous. Who gets that excited about a dumb rocket launch? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all being prompted, or it's fake. Did you catch Jaren on Alex Stein? Oh god, no. I don't watch Alex Stein. I can't stand Alex Stein. I did not watch Jaren on Alex Stein. I didn't even know Jaren went on Alex Stein. Because I try to just not look over that direction, because every time I do, it just frustrates me. It just, there's nothing ever positive to come of that. Unless something happened when Jaren went on Alex Stein that I don't know about. As far as I know, Alex Stein, he, on his big fancy channel that he's got now, after making a complete fool out of himself, he denied that the earth was flat. Somebody said, is the earth flat? And he goes, no, but it's cool to think about other stuff. And there's funny stuff with the rocket landing, like the canned fucking, you know, neutral answer, like, you know what I'm saying. The bullshit, the skirting answer, the cop-out answer. I'm sure Jaren did. I like Jaren. Jaren's cool. I love Jaren. He's my homie. I have nothing. I don't really care about Alex Stein, though. What was his name? Yeah, you know, whatever. I'll take Alex Stein as unwatchable for 1,000. Basically, G, basically. So he didn't admit it. He just said, "Oh, that's interesting. There's definitely interesting stuff about it." That's probably what he said, but he didn't go, "Oh yeah, dude, it's totally flat," like he used to with Jaren and tell him like, you know, he's such a he talks out of both sides of his face. Come on, let's just be real. Just be real. You know, I don't really care to give that any of my attention. Eva. Right? This is fucking hilarious. Hose her down! Effie clock almost at 99,000? Where's my phone? Let me check. I finally made crab status. I'm so thankful. Thank you to everybody who used my code. I am now. Let me see if you guys can see it. Right there. Crab. I'm a crab now. 98,511. Wow. F.E. Rico podcast. I gotta change my name in here because it says Mama Bear. Let me see if I can change my name. Record updated successfully. So, Karen B. Boop boop. So now let me go to the leaderboard. Did it update my name on the leaderboard? Yay! Karen B. There. Oh, Rico's tinfoil sombrero is ahead of me. Lowry. Pardon my folly. Robert K. Who's Robert K? Melodome at 41. Boy, you guys are shills. You guys are shilling hard. I knew you were a fucking shills, dude. 41? So anyway, if you go and you sign up to the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app, use code Karen B. Because I want to shill harder than them. 99K will happen around Saturday, which will be at the... What now? By the way, my phones are open. 848-222-2480 if anybody wants to call and chit chat. It would be great. Sorry, I'm just setting some stuff up here. So how many people sent Mark Sargent a happy birthday text? Here we go. I also have the Buy Me a Coffee link active if you don't want to tip and give money to YouTube or anything like that. The little alert will come on screen and you'll see it and I will shout you out. Thank you. I sent one. I did. I just did. I Skyped him. Oh, great, CMG. He's in that new Luther. 3 times as expensive now. And they're not even like real landlines. Can you even get one that's not through the cable company? Because I have a house phone, but my house phone's through the cable company. So if the power goes out and the modem's down, the phone doesn't work. And a real landline will work even if the power goes out. And I don't even know if you can get those. I don't even know if you can get those anymore. Does anybody know if you can? Yes, today is Mark Sargent's birthday. The first Nobel Prize. Oh, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that. Hold on. I'm gonna play that, Nathan. I'm so glad you put that in here. Oh, I wanna watch it. Wait, Nobel Prize. Yeah, it's right at the beginning of One Big Love. This was at... Oh, it was Solar Return. So it was Solar Return where we gave Bob the Nobel Prize. See, I couldn't remember if it was Flattoberfest or Solar Return. It all kind of runs together now. Let's watch it. Oh. In Greenville, South Carolina, held March 27th, 2021. Flat Earth Festivals presents the first Nobel Prize and One Big Love. All right. Was that freaking awesome or what? That song was badass. That was because, we did, because Music Guru, we premiered the Television Watching News Believer song there, and everybody rocked out to that. And Alex, Michael, you rule, man. Thank you. Thank you for letting us premiere that. All right, I got one more thing I got to do. All right? Now, I have this special award. I have this award. This is a very special award for a very special man. He's a man you're all very familiar with. He's a very smart man. He's a host of a very popular show called Globebusters. And Bob Nodell. Bob is always first. Bob is always first. So Bob, come up here and get your award for being the first to prove celestial rotation. Bob Nodell.
Wow. Okay, I guess I'll just say a couple words here.
There's Bob.
What do you say to that? I had no idea this was coming, so thank you very much for this. Well, you know, it's been 6 years since Jaron and I started Globebusters, and hopefully we'll be able to do this for another 6 years and, you know, have as much luck as we have in the first part of it. But I've enjoyed doing it, and we've made so many great friends, and you guys are just incredible. Absolutely awesome. So thank you, everybody. I love you, and let's continue on with the rock and roll show.
Thanks, Bob.
Here's your record box.
That's awesome. Thanks for putting that in the chat, Nathan. Aw. That made me a little teary-eyed. Miss Bob. Man. Miss Bob. And he did like the rock and roll and the metal, and Alex. You sent me that little clip in chat. Oh my gosh. That's going to be awesome. And you know what's really cool is that, I mean, I don't know who had you do that or if that was like, how did that come about? Oh, David's on the phone. Hold on one sec. What's up, David?
In the time I was waiting, I've censored myself like 7 times. I had like 7 funny things to say, but now I'm only going to say 1.
Okay.
Okay, so first, getting really weird about the birthday. You know, you don't let us say good morning because of the words, right? But birth has to do with being birthed into this, you know, the birth certificate entire slavery system. And then if you think about it, what are we, you know, you're honoring your life created. So when are you created? At birth or at conception? So you're ignoring the 9 months of God's creation in the mother's womb. So I say that your creation day is more important. Okay? But if you want to celebrate freeing yourself from your mother's womb, you have to call it like exit day or something. But you have to get rid of the word birth.
Why?
I'm going back to good morning.
Because supposedly
Because birth has to do with your birth certificate.
But do they call it birth certificate after you being birthed, or is it because
It's all this whole maritime law thing. It's you know, you're being birthed like a ship is being birthed, and then you got to listen to more Crow and everyone else.
I have listened to it.
They've ruined birthdays, right? And then the whole birthday cake, that's a whole nother satanic thing. It's crazy. Truth has ruined everything.
Truth has ruined everything.
Well, truth has ruined all of the little things, you know, like remember when we were kids, what do we play? Ring Around the Rosie? You know what that's about? You know, kids worship Santa Claus. Well, that's Satan Claus, and NASA is, you know, satanic, and, you know, all the things that everybody celebrates are all upside down and backwards satanic insanity.
Okay.
And only when you free yourself from this stuff will we truly be free. So, Karen, find out when Mark's creation day is, put it in your calendar, and we can celebrate that in 3 months from now.
Okay. Okay.
And it is Paige's creation day today, as best as we can determine.
All right. Yeah, but see, that's harder
Right.
to pin down.
And then,
in my opinion, like you're just kind of
well,
guessing.
the rule of thumb is something like this: you go the 40 weeks or 9 months before your birth date, and then find the nearest, whether it was either new moon or full moon or either, whatever one's closer, and pick that day.
Oh, okay.
Something about the moon delivering and removing souls from the plane.
Okay.
I like it. It's rule of thumb. It works.
All right.
It works. And then the other thing I was saying that we're going to hit 99,000. I'm thinking this Saturday, unless something changes. And Saturday is the Connecticut and New York meetup in Stamford, Connecticut. If you haven't RSVP'd to Lowry, please do.
There you go.
All right. We have over 50 RSVPs already. So what does that mean? Does that mean 100 people are coming? I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So wait, what happens if people don't RSVP? Anything bad?
Well, then they won't staff. They won't staff the place correctly and won't give us enough tables.
Ah, okay.
Because they're going to reserve an area for us. But if we tell them 50 and 100 show up, then we're in trouble.
Okay. So people should definitely RSVP to alexanderlowry@gmail.com.
Correct. And if you forget that, just go to DITRH and you'll find that video that you're showing on the screen, and the information's right there.
Yeah.
And come hungry. It's the best pizza you'll ever have.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the information's everywhere, so people should figure it out. It's at Flat Earth Festivals. It's on your app. It's on your YouTube. I think it's on Mark's YouTube too, actually. Mark might have put it up. He usually does.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Mark put it up.
Okay.
That is all. That's all I have for you right now.
Okay.
I'll just throw one other thing out there. RV is questioning the fact that you, years ago, gave out a Bob Knodel award, like some sort of predictive programming thing.
Oh, God. Really?
No, I made that up.
Oh, okay.
All right, see ya.
Sounds plausible, though. All right. Oops. All right. Yeah, so there you go. This Saturday, this coming Saturday, April 29th, 2023, Rico's Thin Crust Pizza. Actually, is this the on the leaderboard? Well, I don't have David on the phone anymore, but I thought I saw something on the leaderboard here. Let me see. I'm assuming. No, Effie Rico podcast is not the same as the pizza people, I guess. All right. I don't know. Come on, get me out of here. All right, there we go. So yeah, is where are we at? Not the same Rico at all. Okay. Okay, so birth. I went to Edemy Online because I just wanted to see if it would give us any clue. Circa 1200, fact of being born, mid-13th century, act of giving birth, a bringing forth by the mother, childbirth, sometimes in Middle English, also conception, also that which is born, offspring, from a Scandinavian source such as Old Norse, birder, placing cognate Old English, gebird, birth, descent, race, offspring, nature, fate. Pro-Germanic gaberthis, also of Old Frisian bird, bird, Dutch Geburt, and I'm probably butchering this. So it's derived from a German word, Geburt, bear, to carry, to bear children. So there you go. So it is from, it's a word that is from around the 1200 times is where it came from, supposedly. And birth certificate is from 1842. So I don't think it's the birth part that's bad. It's the certificate part that's bad. It's the bond part that's bad. That's the part that's bad. This is the bad part, not this part, not the birth part. It's okay to be birthed. I mean, and think about it. Like ships, man and ships and the whole maritime thing is a creation by man. Man and was giving birth to children for eons before they had ships that would get birthed from a port or whatever they say, you know, whatever. So all those terms are derived and have been co-opted into the maritime thing, but I don't think them in those terms in and of themselves are bad. It's just like the whole legal terms, like the legal definition of words versus like the actual definition of words, right? Like the legal definition is changed. It's them changing the meanings and casting fucking spells. Now look at birth. Okay. B-E-R-T-H. 1620s convenient sea room. For ships or sailors, a word of uncertain origin, probably from bear, abstract noun, as in strength, health. Original senses, preserve figures, blah, blah, blah. Planing, the meaning of place on a ship, on a stove. Well, that's different. That's a different, yeah, see, that's with an E. Birth of ship. See, the etymology thing will differentiate between the spelling, the casting of spells. So even this word is after when the original birth became, right? Related to birth, to birthing. So this comes after still. Ship's birth. So a ship's birth is with an E. That's them spelling. Yeah. With the birth certificate. I don't know. Oh, by the way, you see that link that Good Times for All put in there, new angular resolution calculator? You guys should click on that video and watch it later, because he does a really, really, really great explanation on angular resolution and how your eyeball works and why things get distorted in the distance and whether that distortion is actually happening on the object or happening in the atmosphere or perhaps happening in your eyeball. That was a really good talk, Zach, by the way. I didn't chat because I was getting ready. I was listening while I was getting ready for my own stream. But it was a very good stream. You explained that very well. They declare jurisdiction over your existence, blah, 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 with the person, yeah. Registration. I don't know. I mean, you know, like, and I don't like to say good morning. I do like good rising better. It just sounds better. It has a better feel, but I mean, if somebody says to me good morning, I don't yell at them or anything. Like, it's fine. I don't correct them and go, we don't say that. Can you make a calculator that you put in the size? It can tell you the distance that you could not see it. There's got to be a way to, there is a way to figure that out, because it's like once something gets below a certain degree, it's like below like 0.2 degrees or something like that, isn't it? Your eyeball just can't do it. I prefer to say happy parents banging day. Oh, I'm sure most people would love to say that too, because everybody wants to think about their parents banging. Ew. David? Now you're getting really fucking weird about the birthday thing. It's gross. It's gross. Grand rising. Yeah, that's good. Good rising, grand rising. Both are good. You know? $3,000 times the width of the object. Anyway. Hey, CMG, I wanted to ask you, Alex. What the heck was that? Oh, did I get a coffee? Who bought me a coffee? Oh, Joelle Lynn, thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. Shout out to you. What was I saying? Now I forgot. I got distracted because I heard that weird sound and I hardly ever hear it. I just added that. Bang, bang, bang day. Relinquish that thought, right? Ugh. Ugh. Isha Wana, good morning in Cheyenne. That's really cool. Isha Wana. What is it in Hebrew? Is it Yom Tov? I can't remember. Good day? I think Yom is day, so it's like Yom Tov, right? Yes, I wanted to ask you how the new, is it okay to talk about you making that new theme song and how that came about, why you did that? Who asked you to do that? I'm just surprised because, like, Jaren and Witsit are, like, not rock and roll dudes. They're, like, hip-hop dudes. So I just find it interesting. But I love it. I love it. Actually, well, here. Maybe I should make a call so you can zoom in. Do you want to come on Zoom? Or do you just... Here, hold on. Doobie-doobie-doo, just takes a second. Just takes a few seconds. And copy invite link. I mean, and if you don't want to, you don't have to, but I'll send it. And if you can join, that would be awesome. So there you go. Huh. Sometimes wish my parents didn't bang at all. It's too funny. Unplugged is a great album, CMG. It is! Hope it can be played on jukeboxes in a bit. I'll be like, you can separate... You can't separate from your birth chart. That is way more relevant to your life than the conception chart. Right? I agree with that, Scott. I mean, that's how you know what sign you are, you know, and if you're into astrology and you actually pay attention to it, you know that it's undeniable. Like it can tell you so much about yourself. Conception chart. Right? Oh, I hear myself. I agree with that.
Hold on.
Scott. I mean, that's you know what sign you are.
Oh, what did I do? Is that better?
Yeah.
I'm such a newbie. Hold on, I can't even get my camera on. Hold on, I'm so shit at this. You can see how often I do this, can't you? I've got a sticker over my camera. Let me take it off. There
That's
you go.
hilarious.
Yo, what's up?
Not much. How are you?
All right,
Just
busy.
set one of
Never bored. I've been working on Bob's track today. It's almost finished. I nearly sent you the full version, but I thought, Jerem's probably going to get jealous. He's going to want to hear it first, so I didn't.
He might. So what, did Jaren ask you to make that?
Yeah, basically they're going to sort of have a fresh start, if you like, and they wanted a fresh theme song. And it was Jaren that suggested something rocky, and I'm like, oh, awesome! I could definitely do that. So I put my best James Hetfield accent on, and it's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah! It's so awesome. I'm so glad you did it. I'm loving it. I only got to hear like 2 seconds of it though, but
yeah, the full version's about 2 minutes long, but it's it's going to be cool, and I think Jaren's going to knock up a new video for it. So it's going to be a brand new song and a brand new video to go with it. So a brand new intro. So it'd be good. Bob's going to love it. I know he's going to love it. I was like, when I was listening to it back, I was like headbanging in the studio, and I'm looking at him going, Bob, this is for you. Like, it was, I could just sort of almost feel him looking at me going, cheers, Alex. Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's turned out good, and it should be done by, I don't know. I'll clear it up tomorrow. And my voice started going today, though, because when you've got to do that, really, it really hurts the throat, and I was doing that all morning, so I had to give up because my voice was sort of cracking at the end of the day. And but I'll go in there tomorrow and finish it off. So it should be done by tomorrow. So I'll send it over to you.
That's awesome, fantastic, love it.
Yeah, man. What else is new? Oh, thank you, whoever complimented the Unplug album. Yeah, that's. I'm really pleased with that. That for me is musically my best work, I think, because it's just. I love that acoustic sound. I know I love all music. I really want to put a heavy album out there one day, but God, they take so long, and I haven't got the songs for it yet. I better start writing again, I suppose. But I don't know. I'd like to do an album of like, because the last album, the Unplugged album, is it's all full of conspiracy. As dark as the lyrics are on that album, it's a nice, pleasant MTV Unplugged sort of sound, but it's still like really sort of just exposing the darkness, really. And I'd like to make an album in the future of really just sort of suggesting solutions, like an album called Solutions would be nice, where it's all like more upbeat and more happy vibe and, you know, encouraging people to grow their own food and that sort of stuff and turn off the TV and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know, these are sort of ideas that are running around my head, but an album takes an incredibly long time to do so. And
oh, yeah, especially you're doing it all on your own, pretty much, right?
Yeah, and I have to keep doing favors for people as well. Like I seem to be the go-to guy in this community when anybody wants some music, which is a huge compliment, but it means I don't get much done for myself.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. It's like it's like a blessing and a curse, right?
Yeah, I love doing it. The amount of theme songs that I've done for people now, it's probably about half a dozen, and they're kick-ass. You know, because I don't just go in the studio and just knock it up in half an hour. I really put my heart and soul and put some thought into it, and you know, spend days making it. You know, just a 30-second piece of music can take days. But no, I love doing it. It's what I do, isn't it? You know, I love doing it. I mean, what else am I going to do? You know, just sit here in the sun and do fuck all? No, I can't do that. I have to be doing. I love having projects. You know.
Yeah. It does feel good to be productive and do stuff for sure. Yeah. And you know, people love your stuff. You do great work. So what's up? Have you heard from Jim Brewer at all since your interview, or does he ever message you, or no?
No, it's not like he did give me his personal email once upon a time. I'm not sure if I still got it, but I don't like to bother him. I don't want to be, hey Jim.
I'm the same way.
I'm just gonna sit back. I've got his producer's email, definitely got that. But I'm just gonna sit back and see if he's full of shit or not. I don't think he is. I think he seemed very, very genuine. But he's a busy bloke, and he's you know, something else might come up, and he might get sidetracked. And I don't know. We'll see. It might have been just, you know, all talk, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I know, like, I feel like it's sort of weird, like, how things are coming together this year for the event, because, like, you know, I haven't announced the location yet, and I haven't started selling tickets yet, and, like, last year this time I was already selling tickets, I think, or I was doing, like, a early bird sale. Things, I think, are gonna be coming together a little bit later and, like, in a much quicker fashion this year because of the stuff that's going on, and it's just gonna be, like, I think it's going to be really intense.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I know there's a little bit of a rumor of me coming over there and everything. But the more I think about it, I don't know if you heard me like go into this on THC on Mike LaBrash's show and that. But the more I think about it, there's a shitload of obstacles to get me over. I mean, just the cost of me and my wife coming over there alone is thousands, and I won't go anywhere without my wife, because she's my emotional support dog, aren't you, dear? And she's my manager, and then I've got to think about how am I going to get a band together, because I don't want to just jump up on stage and play to a bunch of backing tracks, because that's gay. So I would need a band, like not just any band, not just matey that plays down the pub on a Saturday night. They need to be impeccable musicians and know my songs inside out and be prepared to go to Vegas like a week before to rehearse with me every single day to get it right. And they've all got to do it on their own dime, and they've all got to pay for their own accommodation and do the gig for free. It's just like, when I think about it, I just think, how are we going to pull that off?
I don't know.
No, neither do I.
Well, when you came to Denver, you played with an acoustic guitar. You have an unplugged album. Why wouldn't you do like acoustic where you could play your unplugged versions?
I could, but do I do it to backing tracks, or do I do it with a band? If I do it to backing tracks, again, it's not the greatest in the world. It's you know, I would rather do it with a band. And if I do it with a band, then we've got to find that band. And, you know, we've got to get everything mic'd up right, and they've got to be able to sing, because there's a lot of harmonies in that album, and I've got a lot of harmonies in all of my songs. That's what makes the choruses so, you know, epic and big and fat and full, you know, because they've got layered harmonies. People don't realise that. People think I can just jump up on stage and sing a bunch of my greatest hits. But it ain't that easy. The more I think about it, it's just like, how are we going to... I don't know. All I'm saying is, I hate to sound pessimistic, because it would be fucking awesome. but there's just a lot of hurdles in the way, financially and logistically.
I hear
Give it
that.
some thought. Give it some thought. I know I've given it a ton of thought, but give it some thought.
Well, I mean, is that like, is that the only way you're willing to do it? Is if you have a big backup band?
It'd be nice. It's Vegas, baby. It's fucking Vegas.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do all that. I don't have time for all that. Somebody else has to do it.
Exactly. And
do we
I
have a
don't, 'cause
volunteer?
if I'm going to be doing a gig like that, that's why I want to take my wife. If I'm going to be doing a gig like that, I've got to be
Like
concentrating.
getting you and your wife over here and your guitar, like I can see that being plausible. That to me seems like within reach. But the whole band part of it and that part, no, maybe not.
And I've got 20 cats as well, so I've got to think of a house sitter and somebody who's going to be willing to feed 20 cats every single day. So there's loads of things that people aren't thinking about.
Oh my God, 20?
Yeah, we've got 20. We got we had 12 of our own. We got 12 of our own, and we feed some strays as well. So so there's that to consider as well. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd be comfortable getting up on stage and singing to backing tracks. I know I did it in Denver.
I don't even remember the backing tracks. I mean, I guess I remember watching you and like you were playing on stage and everybody loved it. I thought it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah. I mean, if it was, I guess, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I would like to, maybe have someone like, I don't know. There's a few musicians in the community. How good they would be at doing my songs and knowing them inside out, and how willing they would be to learn them inside out before we even get there and rehearse and blah 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 and all that. If we're going to do like a small unplugged thing, that would be easier. But you still have to find, at least maybe a drummer or someone on percussion. Even if you listen to the Unplugged album, it's very laid back and it sounds very simple. But when you actually dissect it, there's a lot of instrumentation going on there. There's a lot of things happening that if you want to replicate that, it's going to take a lot of rehearsal. And I know I'm sounding pessimistic. I'm just saying people need to. I know. There's more because I'm a perfectionist, and there's more to it than me just jumping up and saying, "Oh, I just do it to backing tracks," and then it's basically a pub gig. Then it's like one of them old gigs you see at a bar. You see the guitarist in the corner playing to backing tracks, and that is the easy way out. That of course is the easy way out. So, but then you've got to think about getting me and the missus over there, financing that, and I've got to find a house sitter to feed 20 cats. So there's a lot.
Your house sitter part I can't help you with, but I feel like getting you over here, that is doable. But I can't help you with your cats.
Damn you, Karen! I thought you were good at everything. Come on, sort it out. I'm sure I can be able to sort that out. I'm sure who could get.
Well, just don't completely write it off in your mind yet. Don't completely write it off yet. You never know. You never know what the universe will bring our way. That's the one thing I found with doing these events. Sometimes, it seems like, oh, this is not going to be great. This is going to be horrible. And then something happens and it turns out to be awesome. So, we have a lot of good, I don't know what it is on our side, but we got a lot of good juju or good energy or good positive momentum or something, because, whenever these things come around, it just always ends up coming together somehow. And even I don't even really know how it happens. And people are like, Karen, you did such a great job there. And I'm just like, man, thinking in my head, I don't know how the fuck this, how did all this happen? It happened somehow, but it ends up working out. So just don't write it off completely. I'll just say that. Don't write it off completely. I hear your concerns, but just don't write it off completely. That's what I would say.
All right, I won't write it off. I will put it in the hands of the gods. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Exactly. Yes.
And we'll see what happens with that. But if it's a simple case of playing to backing tracks, I can just sort the backing tracks out and, perhaps rehearse like a day before. I know my own songs pretty well, and that wouldn't take much rehearsal. You throw a couple of musicians into the mix, right, now that's a different kettle of fish. It's like, right, now we need, a few days to rehearse that. So these are my concerns, but we'll see. We'll leave it. I'll just put that out there. It's in the ether now, and if it's meant to be, I'll see you in Vegas.
Yeah, baby. That's what's up. Just leave that door open.
All right, it's open. But
We
just
don't-
so
we
you
don't-
know, I just want you to know, I absolutely fucking hate traveling. I fucking hate.
I know. I remember hearing you complain about it for Denver for like 3 years afterwards.
It's true though. It's not only that. It's not only that. It's not the stress of flying, which I fucking hate. I hate airports. They're fucking riddled with 5G and all of that. And the other thing I hate as well is jet lag. And when I got to Denver last time, the jet lag. Oh god, that's just. I know I'm such a pussy ass little bitch, but I treasure my sleep so much. And then I was waking up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in Denver, thinking fuck. It's just so that's why I don't like going, traveling. I love the comfort of my own home. It's simple as that. I love doing my activism here. It's a safe space, and I reach a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of incredible memories from Denver, and to recreate that again would be fucking amazing. So. Yeah, Shelley and I, that's my wife, Shelley and I, we watched the video that I made on Denver. It's called FEIC 2018, My Journey, My Perspective. And we watched that for the first time in years, a few years ago, a couple of weeks ago. And I've captured some really lovely moments, in that video. And we sort of looked at each other and went, oh, we've got to do it again. We've got to do it again. And I know it's a big stress and it's a big upheaval, but I will take away some incredible memories. And that's one of the reasons I want to do it. But then, I got the devil on my shoulder going, you fucking hate flying, didn't you? You won't want to go there. You don't want to do that. And the angel's going, but you'll have so many wonderful memories. You should really do it. And everyone loves you. It's like that at the moment. It's just, I'm trying to,
I feel you though on the traveling. I hate traveling too. Why do you think all my events are like an hour from my house? You know what I'm saying?
I'm seriously considering moving to USA because everyone I love and resonate and respect and like I count as friends is all over there. Like, but I'd love Spain. Do you want to move to USA, darling? Do you want to move?
Well, can we take the 20 cats?
Can we take the 20 cats?
I don't know. There's so many cats here. I know 20 cats. Oh my gosh.
These are her babies. You got to understand these are babies. They're her babies.
20 cats, Lord, I don't know. You might have to like wait 15 years till they all go away.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. Well, we'll see if it happens. It would be cool if it does.
It will.
If not, I have been chatting with people about possibly doing another big Flat Earth event, but this time doing it in Europe.
Ooh, now that's interesting.
Yeah. So I am in talks with other people about doing a Europe event. Obviously not this year because this year is Vegas, but in the future, 2025 maybe. I mean, who knows?
Well, if you want me to start looking at some venues for you in Spain, I mean, you could do it in the UK, yes, but the weather will be shitty. I guarantee it. I don't know. Just let me know.
How is Spain though? Is Spain like? Weren't they like really bad with COVID? Are they kind of like? Are they bad there? How are they with their rules there?
That's fine.
Now it's fine, yeah. But it's the same as everywhere else in the world. They're just so compliant. It actually got to the point where even if you were jogging or cycling, you had to have a mask on. It was just, and they were, they had the civil guard having checkpoints. They're not like the local police, the policía local. These are the civil guard. They have guns and shit. Yeah, they're Spanish army. Yeah, they're the army. They're the military. They're the military is what they are. So they're absolute bastards. So but as in terms of what COVID's like, you barely see anyone in a mask now. Every now and then we see someone, don't we? And we point and laugh. But no, it's all gone. There's no restrictions coming into Spain. Don't have to be jabbed or nothing to come in. No, so it's all good.
Yeah, I think pretty much most of Europe is open as far as the GB jab goes. But yeah, but yeah, I was talking with my friend who lives in Spain, so it probably would be in Spain or close to Spain. I mean, I don't really know anybody else. It's either UK or Spain, right? I can't think of. Well, there's some, but I don't know. We did one in Amsterdam. Probably end up being around Spain.
Well, the weather will be incredible in October sort of time. Well, it depends. What sort of month would you be thinking?
Well, I don't know. Might be, if it's Flattoberfest, it'll be the same time that I've been doing it. This one, it'll be the end of October.
Yeah,
Unless we do
weather
something
in
else.
October, the weather in October is fantastic. It's fantastic now. It's just we're very spoilt where we are. Very very spoilt. So yeah, and I've got Stellium 7. He lives 5 minutes away from me, so he could put on a presentation or something. I don't know. It's just that'd be great to see one in Europe, and it wouldn't just be me that would really appreciate it. There's a lot of people in England that would probably love to come to Spain and for a cheeky little holiday and a cheeky little conference and a bit of sun.
Yeah. Well, that's something to think about. That's in the ether. That's working its way up in the ether. It's brewing back here somewhere.
There's a lot of stuff in the ether now. So. Yeah, well, that's all I got. Really look forward, people, to the new Globebusters theme. It's gonna kick ass. And if you don't like heavy metal, I don't give a shit. It's not for you. It's for Bob.
Yeah, I love heavy metal. I'm loving it. I love all the metal stuff because I'm not a country fan. I don't know if you ever knew that, but I freaking don't like country. I hate it.
Me neither.
I hate it.
Me neither. I did a whole album.
Why?
Because it's such a funny genre. I cannot take country music seriously at all. It's just I don't respect it at all. It's just laughable. That's why I chose it as a genre to put across this message in a funny kind of ha 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 kind of. And it works. So when people say, "Oh, why'd you do country?" I can't stand. I'm with you. I can't stand country either. But
yeah.
It's just it was a necessary genre for that particular, for that character, for that kind of music,
Yeah, I mean, it was popular. It was great, but I was like, I can't listen to that. But then, but then when you started putting out the other stuff, like the other types of genres and stuff, I was like, oh, this is way better. This is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I don't regret it. I mean, even after making the album, I did say at one point, even after making the album, I have a little bit more respect for country music now because it's not that easy to put together. But now, actually, I'm going back to, I can't stand country music. I can't listen to it, but it's great for comedy. It's great, the country guy singing about losing his dog and all of that, and losing his truck and all of that sort of stuff. It's just like, it's so funny that genre, and if you make it upbeat and catchy, and it's really catchy as well. So that's the point of that. Once you hear one of them choruses, you can't get it out of your head, and that's what I want to do. I want to stick "Don't believe in gravity." I want to get that in someone's head. I want them to, it's my way of sowing seeds, if you want. And it's been very, 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 very
works. It works. It works great.
The other beautiful thing, which I didn't see, is kids love it. Kids,
yes, I was just gonna say that when we were at my events, and we'd be playing your music, and their children would be running around and dancing and singing along to the songs.
Yeah, I'd never expected to be a children's entertainer, but here I am.
But that's cool, though, because we want those seeds planted in their little brains, because we have to do it before the evil, powers that shouldn't be implant their evil seeds in the brain, right? So
exactly. Well, that's what they do. I mean, NASA love to live stream to a school, don't they? And they all line up, and the little children ask their questions. What's it like in space?
Yeah.
It's like,
I float around and they spin around. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. What's your most favorite part about being in space? Well, that's a great question, Louise. It's all so scripted.
Yeah, it is. Bastards. They're so evil.
Yeah, well, I think that's all I have. Thanks for having me on. I'm going to go smoke some weed now.
All right.
5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. So
is it 5 o'clock there already? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for coming on and talking with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'll enjoy the rest of the show. Keep crushing.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Ciao.
Ciao. There you have it, y'all. Conspiracy music guru. Fantastic. Oh, by the way, so yeah, we'll see how that works out. We could make something happen, but who knows? Who knows? And if not, we'll do it in Europe. And then all you people will have to go to Europe to go see Music Guru. What do you think about that? All right, so there is this meetup this weekend. There's also going to be, what else? While we're talking about meetups, was that it? Oklahoma. Oh, this meetup is done. That is now a past meetup. Excuse me while I update my website with you guys here. Okay, so Huntington Beach. Brian sent me info. He will be hosting a meetup in Huntington Beach when he gets there with Steffi. Saturday, May 13th, 5 p.m. at Longboards at 217 Main Street, Huntington Beach, California. Brian Stavely will be hosting another meetup at Huntington Beach. Email Brian at ricefoot@gmail.com if you are attending for RSVP. Make sure you head to the Main Street location as there are 2 longboards in HB. All right, so there you go. Information on that coming up. Meetup coming up in May, and then in June there will be the Bellevue, Washington with Ted. So and I think Mark Sargent said he was going to go to that too. At the Mustard Seed Grill and Pub, June 11th, 2023. That's a Sunday. Also, Jammin' the Plane is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is like a camp out, truth or jam session, talent show, barter, meetup, camp out on private property. June 16th through the 18th, 2023. Karaoke night on Friday. So all of the information here is for you to check out and to RSVP to the meetup. And I always get these stupid porn bots trying to spam my site. Okay. All right, so here you go. Those are some meetups coming up, local meetups, okay? There's also monthly meetups. Fort Collins has a regular meetup at this park. Information is there. Shaking Hand with Strangers in Minnesota, Minneapolis area. They always have monthly meetups. There's also one in Utah. Yeah, St. George, Utah, put on by Kyle, who is on Globebusters. So there you go. Check the website for meetups. And if you want to have a meetup, you can email me, KarenBFE@protonmail.com, and give me all the information to your meetup, and I will list it for free under Flat Earth Friendly Meetups on the website so everybody can check it out. Okay? The other thing you can do is if you are on the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app on your phone, you can do a broadcast message to everybody in your area and tell them where your meetup's going to be, the date and location, and get people to show up to your meetup. So, there you go. Don't forget the space lettuce. Space lettuce and space bubbles. Yes, I'm an Aquarian. I'm actually a Taurus, but I have I'm Aquarius rising and moon, and I was born at night, and I totally identify with the Aquarius charts more than the Taurus charts. Although I am still heavily influenced by the Taurus sign, though, I'm not gonna lie. Like the whole stubbornness part and the food thing. There's certain things that I totally resemble. And then there's but when I read those horoscopes, those Aquarius horoscopes, I'm like, woo! Woo! Those things are right on too. Space is scientifically impossible. Ooh, you got a caller. Thanks for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Oh, thank you. This is Dennis.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
How's it going? I tuned in just now. I saw the final part of where you were talking with Conspiracy Music Guru, and then you started talking about meetups.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's Brian going to be in Huntington Beach, and
Yes.
that's just south of Sunset Beach, or actually, I think Sunset Beach is the northern end of Huntington Beach, and that's where Renee's meetups are. In Sunset Beach, he's got a house right there on the beach, where the one back in March for the equinox, Mark Sargent was there. I was there also, and so yeah, you went on. I think you said Brian having a meetup in Huntington Beach in May next month,
Mm-hmm.
and then you mentioned the Bellevue meetup, and Mark Sargent will be there. I called it the Ted Summer meetup, and I'll be at that one also. And actually, my wife has been in New Orleans the past year, and she's gonna fly up to rejoin me in Oregon. But she's gonna fly. I scheduled her to fly in exactly on that day, the day of the June 11th, the Ted Summer meetup, and so she'll be at that meetup with me.
Oh, cool.
No, but I wanted to say, I should say to Ted Summer when I'm there, I brought my girlfriend. Why shouldn't you bring yours? No, but no, seriously, the Renee Calochea, I'm pretty certain I don't know if he's contacted you or not, but he's holding a meetup in Sunset Beach again on June 24th for the summer solstice. And I think he called in the Strange World the other day. And Mark Sargent said he'll probably be there. I will definitely be there, at least for the early afternoon. So yeah, I don't know if it's on your meetup list or not, or if Renee the equinox, the one he had in March was, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I called him and confirmed he's definitely having one Saturday, June the 24th.
Okay.
In Sunset Beach at the same exact location.
Okay. I don't think I saw an email for that yet, but I can put it up there too.
Okay. I'm guessing so they won't have just he keeps control of how many people are coming to his house, and with the way he did it before was he put his phone number on there, and people call it to get the address. So
Mm-hmm.
you know the way he did it before, and
Right.
he was telling me that's the only way he can keep track because he's having it at his house. Anyway, yeah, that's all I had to say. But
Okay.
I just noticed that it wasn't on there.
Yeah, no,
One's coming up fairly soon.
Yeah, I had not heard about that yet. I'm sure we will, though. We'll put it up there.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Dennis. All right. Yeah, buddy. So that's at Sunset Beach where, Kelly? That's like a half hour from my house. Dr. Back Asswords, the Huntington Beach meetup. And then there was a meetup in Sunset Beach too, but that's a past meetup now. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Events. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Past. I gotta go to past. Go to past meetups. Here, this one. Sunset Beach. That was March 18th, the Equinox one. So if he's having another meetup, it'll probably be the same way where you have to RSVP to Renee. And yeah, and then you can go hang out. These are recurring meetups. See, there's a section that's just recurring. Florida, shaking hands. Colorado Springs is up here. a lot of Florida ones, Utah, everything recurring is here. Okay. And then you just click on the top level for just the current flat earth friendly meetups. All places, everything will be here. So everything's there. All the info. 11:11. Ooh, it's 11:11. Master Builder. It's 11:11. Spirits listening. 11:11. New resonate. Beginning. Reflect. Visualize. Opportunity. 11:11. Spirit listens. Knows more than we do. Visions manifest. In mind. Manifest your reality. Infinite abundance. There you go. So, that's what's up, y'all. What else? What else is going on? What else is going on? I really, that really made me happy to watch the Bob Nodell, the Nodell Prize thing again. So, one thing I wanted to do for the next event for Flattoberfest in Vegas is I did want to bring back, I don't know if we're going to bring back Flatty Awards, but we'll probably be doing like a Bob Nodell Award, and we can give the Bob Nodell Award to someone. But we're going to do some cool stuff. We're going to bring back some of the old stuff, maybe make some new stuff. We're going to have music. If we end up not having Conspiracy Music Guru out, that's okay. We will definitely be having Chief Crow and the Flat Earthworms again. And it might even be better than when he plays in South Carolina, because this way he's within driving distance and he can probably bring some band members, and it could be, like a 2-piece or a 3-piece. You never know, So that'll be fun. That'll be good. And, Alex Lowry, he says he's interested in playing some music again. And, Alex and Crumb, they really did a great job at last Flattoberfest. I don't know if you guys watched the HD version here. I mean, this is Alex and Crumb. We have good musicians that live over here too. I mean, they can't all be as great as Conspiracy Music Guru.
All right.
But we got great people over here too, just in case. We won't be without our good
ready,
music.
Bro? Yeah. All right.
What's up, guys? So, Karam wrote a song, and then it wasn't completed, so we finished it today.
Mm-hmm.
Quote unquote finished it.
I don't know if
today.
it's finished, but yeah.
And so we're gonna play it for you. This is brand new. We're gonna send you guys off and on
Check
into
one,
Chief
check
Crow
two, check
to
three,
kill it.
check 4. Nice.
Two.
Okay.
You can roll off some of the highs in the wedge too. It's probably gonna feel just a little.
Crumb's hilarious.
There's a problem with the globe. There's a reason why they lie. Those who care about control will sell their souls to buy your mind. There's a problem with the globe, with the seasons, so they try. It's a problem, so they know. Their twisted math is their goodbye. There's a problem with the globe. There's a reason why they lie. Those who care about control sell their souls to buy your mind. There's a problem with the glow. We see too far into the light. There's only time now for love. Little time left to save your mind. There's a problem with the glow. There's a reason why they lie. Those who care about control sell their souls to buy your mind. There's a problem with the glow. There's a reason why they lie. Those who care about control will sell their souls to buy your mind. There's a reason why they lie. Those who care about control sell their souls to buy your mind.
Yeah, buddy.
What's
See,
up,
they're not
guys?
perfect.
All right.
Now, Music Guru, if you're listening to that, I know you can hear like how off stuff is. Like it's not perfect, but you know, everybody loves it. Nobody cares about things being perfect. You know this, right? Whenever, you know, you're doing live shows, I know you care. I think you probably care more about it than everybody else. But like, see how like people the energy of it, the whole experience sort of overrides that. You know, it's like, it's not super important for everything to be just perfect. You know, we're just all happy to be together. And if it's, you know, just like this, everybody has a great time. You know, nobody's gonna go and watch Conspiracy Music Guru play and be like, you know, that violin sound at that one part was way the fuck off. Like nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? We just enjoy it. We just enjoy all of it. Yeah, I know. I know. But you know what though? And I get that, you know, as an artist having that perfectionist, that desire for perfection, but that's how you put out a really good product too. That's why all his stuff sounds so amazing and his videos are so good, is because, you know, he has that perfectionist in him. You know, it does make you strive to make a better end product. So I can't really say anything bad about that. That's a good quality to have. It's a good quality to strive to do your best. But also, don't get like, don't be too hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Can't be too hard on yourself because everybody loves it. Everybody loves what you're doing. And don't get me started on your coffee talk background music. I forget it's even there. It's so funny. Because you know what? I totally forget that it's even there. Do you want to make, hey, music guru, you want to make me some new background music? That's funny. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We all too stoned to notice. Yeah. Evil laughed about it. That's hilarious. Don't change it. Do you like it? I don't plan on changing it, so whatever. Make me new music one day. I love the jazz. Dude, jazz is one of my favorite types of music. Really, probably the only. Well, I won't say it's the only. I just really like them. It's like one of the few. You know, I listen to all different types of music. Probably country is one of my least favorites. Although it's not even all country. It's just like that honky tonk, like cheesy, kitschy sounding country music that I don't like that. You know, but like old school country, like you know, like Johnny Cash. I actually like Johnny Cash. Stuff like that is pretty cool because it's so like raw still. And Johnny Cash wrote a lot of good songs, you know, and like Patsy Cline and some of that stuff, Loretta Lynn. But like, yeah, when it gets when it gets past that part and it starts to get into the cheesy country, that's when I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm out. I'm checking out. Check out right here. But I love jazz. I love all kinds of jazz, freeform jazz, classic jazz. Jazz, like the jazz singers, like the yes, I am still accepting calls. Are you on the phone? Is that you, anonymous blocked? Because I have a call that's waiting that says anonymous blocked. And I typically don't answer those because they end up being retards. But I will answer it if it's you. Okay. How's it going? You're on Coffee Talk with Karen B.
Namaste.
Hey.
This is Nachiketa. How's it going, Karen?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Long time no talk.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been a long time. How you been?
Doing all right. Was kind of like a little bit on the reclusive side last year. Spent a lot of time on Clubhouse trying to spread the word of flat Earth cosmology a little bit there. Talk about the Mandela effect stuff. But I didn't really find it very... It felt like work after a certain point, like being there like every day for hours at a time. So kind of walked away from it a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's not fun. Then it's not fun anymore. Right.
Yeah. Great song by Crumb. I enjoyed that. And the question that I had in mind was, maybe a lot of different people have different theories about it, but what do you think is the main reason why they are lying to us? Of course, we know they're lying to us, and there could be multiple reasons, but what are your thoughts?
The main reason, like the final end goal?
No, it doesn't have to be. I mean, you can just, blurt out a list. It doesn't have to be in any particular order.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they lie to have power and control over people and to be able to manipulate them in any way, shape, or form that they want. And as long as you believe a bunch of lies and you have no idea who you are or where you came from or how this place really works, anybody can talk you into doing any kind of dumb shit. So that's pretty much why I think they do it.
Yeah, kind of like Voltaire's quote about they can make you believe in absurdities, they can make you commit atrocities.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting, at least from my perspective. I have a couple thoughts on it. One, which is that, like, I tend to come from like this understanding that, everything, even if the bad stuff that's happening, all the negative stuff that's happening out there, as we know is happening, I have to, at least in my perspective, believe that God is allowing it to happen, and of course, if he can snap his fingers and make it all stop if he really wanted to, because he's all powerful, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't generally think there's any kind of a arm wrestle or a tussle between God and the devil per se. So I try to come up with some ideas. Of course, my perspective is going to be very limited because I'm just a human being having a human experience, but I try to speculate as to why he is allowing this to happen. And sometimes I get lost in that. But the other aspect of it is that, I think I heard this from Michael Tessarian a long time ago, but he said something to the effect that just because, or maybe Mark Passio, I don't remember which one, but they said they can sell whatever the fuck they want, right? They can sell whatever they want, and it is up to the individual to decide what they want to buy, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's like, it's like everything's an offer, right? So you don't have to accept every offer, right? Is that sort of where you're going with that, or no?
Yeah. I mean, we know we've been lied to, and then we can complain and talk about these people are lying to us, and that's all true, that they are lying to us and we've been deceived. But in their mind, they think, oh, well, if we can get away with it and people are under our spell, it just means that we have the right to do it. It's kind of like Mike makes right type of philosophy. Somebody's bigger than you and stronger than you, and they can just kill you if they want to because they can. So they just do. But philosophically speaking, a lot of people would say that's not the right thing to do, right? So mentally, psychologically speaking, these people are manipulating many different things. Right, they're in the media, they're in the movies, you name it. They have control over, the biggest institutions and the pillars of society, and in their mind, they own it all, right? Mm-hmm. And so, with that in mind, they think, well, we can get away with it, and there's nothing that's going to happen to us. So, who's going to stop us?
Exactly. That's why it's really important, I think, for people to start saying no to stuff more, or asking questions of why. What makes you think you can do this? Nobody does that. Everybody just says okay, or they just go along with it. They feel like they have no power, or they can't do anything about it. But that's where the trick is, right? Because if you think whatever you think, that's how it is, right? If you think you can't do anything about it, then you won't, and so you don't, and that's how it is. It all plays out.
Yeah, it perpetuates itself with that line of thought, and maybe it comes from experience for some people. Maybe they just are, bred
and conditioned to the point where they just, don't want to rock the boat and just go along to get along, right?
Yeah.
But I come from a kind of like another like perspective that says, well, like because of my time I spent on Clubhouse trying to communicate with people, and it's a similar type of thing where people meet each other, strangers, and they talk, and they come to some understanding, and I find it, and these are people who are professionals and very intelligent, and they're also into conspiracies, that a lot of them had a very hard time wrapping their mind around flat Earth, and initially they ridiculed it. But I kept coming back, and I was like that one guy in a crowd of like 20 or 30 people in the room talking about the flat Earth. And I didn't really mind the ridicule in itself, personally. But the fact that these people have this tendency, or people do have this tendency to double down and triple down, and they're very intelligent people. They're professionals in life. They're like, successful in many ways. And they just have difficulty accepting that there's no curvature and it's stationary, and people look for reasons why they're correct and you're wrong. Have you found that to be the case too, or no?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Or their standard of proof is extremely low too. It's like, oh, there's pictures in space, so you can't be right.
So what to do? I mean, what are you going to do about these people? I mean, it's all kind of getting tossed in the same bag of like, older followers, or like people just kind of accepting things as they are, like as is presented to them, not actually as they are, as we know. But what do you do with them?
Well, I don't know. I mean, well, it depends. I guess if it's somebody really close to you, you're going to have to handle that differently than if it's just somebody in passing, If it's just somebody in passing, all you can do is be like, well, you should look into that. Ask one, I don't really know what to do with those people. A lot of them, they're just, never underestimate willful ignorance. So most of these people, they just don't even want to know. They all have the capacity to understand it. They all have the brain power to process the questions and ask them and then consider the answers. They just don't want to. Maybe something clicks in really quick in their subconscious that sort of says, oh no, you don't want to go down this line of questioning because that puts everything, the whole body of knowledge you have inside of your head is invalidated, right? And it's like overwhelming or too much, and they're like, oh no, I'm just not even going to go there,
Yeah. I mean, we have children who are obviously flat earthers, so, they're more than capable of understanding what's going on. And, if they can do it, adults certainly should be able to. It's just that, like you said, like people are not really willing to look into it. They just find it too ridiculous. And, you got to know and pick your battles, which ones that you're going to be able to fight and win, and other battles may be more similar to playing chess with pigeons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But interesting times we're living in, that's for sure. And, I encourage everybody to continue on doing what they're doing. And, it doesn't matter if it's 1% or 10% of the people who are seeing the truth for what it is, because, it only matters if you see the truth for what it is. And, other people, they're going to do what they're going to do. It's not my responsibility. If they choose to be ignorant, then that's on them. If they want to wake up, there'll be people here on this side with open arms to walk them through the process. If people are willing to be humble enough to actually consider the possibilities of the flat earth and other things, and hopefully enough people will be on here on this side to make a difference. Numbers do matter in battle and war, but truth matters more in my mind.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to ask that simple question about why, because it's often that this is something that I came across often talking to people. It's like, why would they lie? You know, like that was like one of the first things. Like they wouldn't accept the truth of the flat Earth cosmology because they just couldn't come up with any plausible understanding, you know, any acceptable reason as to why they would lie, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's like the question that comes up like after you start, you know, debunking their questions about ships going over the curve and this and that, and they ask you like the original, you know, the technical questions, and then once they start seeing that you have a point, but then they go, but why would they lie? You know, like, come on, why would they do that? Like, it's not unbelievable, right? So yeah, they do ask that. That's
but I mean, question. You can come up with all the reasons. You know, financially speaking, that's very easy with NASA and all the crony space agencies, you know, like siphoning money out of the public coffers.
Yeah.
You know, spiritually speaking, you know, just completely giving you a wrong sense of what reality is. And that plays into your conscience, you know, your consciousness and how this world is and how it works. Because, you know, you're coming from a line of thought, as I used to, as most everybody here probably was. You know, Big Bang happened and a bunch of space dust gathered together and formed universes and planets and stars, right? Because of gravity. Right. And everything circling and whirling around each other, you know, in a big giant mess. And evolution happened, you know, some chemicals got together and they got, you know, lightning struck and you got very basic, you know, protein particles that somehow magically evolved to the simplest eukaryote, prokaryote bacteria that has, you know, oxygenated the earth. And then, well, rest is history. We got whole evolution just coming from one single cell organism. Interesting. So, I don't know, it's a big story and, you know, it all kind of like, you know, fits into each other. And problem with like lies is that there are you know, you need hundreds of lies to support one lie. And that's the whole world that we have found ourselves in. Most everything is a lie, you know, because that's the system in which they are relying upon for their control and power.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And don't forget about the aliens and the coming, you know, I don't know, space war / abduction. Who knows what? You know exactly. I'm waiting.
I know. They were talking about that a lot
for years.
Yeah, they were bringing that up a lot here recently, and then they stopped. So I wonder, did they stop, or are we just being distracted by something else?
I don't know. I mean, there's always endless supply of distractions. But I remember last year, you know, where they were doing like a little bit of like soft disclosure where the Navy's coming out and admitting to the fact that their fighter pilots were chasing these unidentified flying objects, you know, and almost like officially admitting to the fact that there's something out there that even the military is not, you know, aware of. So, you know, but it's all compartmentalized. And, you know, I could genuinely believe that there are sections of the military that are not privy to know the full picture of the thing. And I'm sure they, just like everybody else, believe in space and all that. So, you know, it's very plausible. And like if you're a fighter pilot chasing after one of these, you would genuinely think it's you know, an UFO from outer space, you know, trillions of miles away.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Strange world.
Absolutely. I'm seeing here that there's because I just had to type in since I thought of it, I had to type in UFO, and then click news to see what's going on in the news, and it looks like there is a historic UFO hearing going on this week. A bipartisan group of lawmakers is doubling down on solving the decades-old UFO mystery. And it has a picture of the Pentagon. Interesting.
Maybe they have some ideas about, like, you know, passing laws in regards to allowing these extraterrestrials to become U.S. citizens, and they can vote for the left wing or the right wing, whatever. They can vote now.
All right. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. well, let's see. Okay, well, I appreciate the talk and just want to call in and say hello, and just want to see what you thought about the reasons as to why they lie. Of course, it's multifaceted, and there are many reasons, but for me, ultimately, everything kind of just boils down to spirituality. You know, we have consciousness, and we are born into this world, and you know, we all have our individualized lives that are experiencing this human experience, and coming into this like understanding of the physical world is a big part of the lesson that we are meant to have. You know, like how objective are you? We are going from subjectivity in my mind to objectivity, and that's where we start to like rub shoulders with each other, even though that objective idea is a little bit beyond perhaps like, you know, everybody's ability to completely see. You know, there's a lot of mysteries that's going to be a part of life.
Right.
And we may never get a full answer to the flat Earth cosmology. That doesn't mean, you know, we give up on it just because we don't have all the answers. They have all the answers, but none of it works. You know, would you rather be in that position where like you have the answers, but it's not real, or you have some answers that are real and a lot of mystery? I mean, I think the choice is pretty simple.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's one. But that's also, I think, one of the things that keeps life interesting too. I think that is also part of the lie, if you ask me. Now that you bring that part up, it's like part of the lie about where we are and what this place is. It's like they take all the mystery out of it. And one thing that I noticed, you know, when I first, you know, got into all this stuff and realized that the Earth wasn't what they said it was, or we weren't where they told us we were. Life became interesting again. Everything became cool, and like the world was like filled with wonderment again, you know, like I was like, oh, what is this? How does this really work? Like I feel like I really got like that childlike, like, you know, interest back in the world, and like
the wonder.
Yeah. And they totally steal that. Yeah. They steal that from you when they lie to you and put you in their public indoctrination camps. That's a huge part of it.
Yep.
And it makes everybody like nihilistic.
Absolutely, 100%.
You know? Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely, 100%. You hit the nail right on the head, because, you know, like we are actually still children, just we are getting older and, you know, we're all getting, you know, having more wrinkles and gray hair and stuff like this, but we're still like children. And but the thing that differentiates some children from others, in my mind, is that some children, you know, they're curious and they investigate. There's so much to life, and so the life is like wanting to know more about itself, you know. But the other children, they become like, oh, this is what I have. They become very materialistic and they become arrogant, you know, and they know everything. But like, how is it possible for anybody to know everything? And it's like a big giant puzzle, and to figure it out, I mean, you really have to dedicate yourself. You have to be passionate about life and about the wonders of life, because any one field, you know, in order to become an expert, you have to really spend like a lot of time in it, and there's so much things to unravel. But you know, we all have different facets, like our observational points, like living now, like me talking to you and you being you, and then all the people that you're connected with and I'm connected with, you know, we make a portion of this reality together, you know. So we're all having a perspective, that's for sure. And I tend to like I believe, you know, that other people generally feel similarly to the way I feel. You know, I like, if they are going through pain, if they're going through something that is like, you know, great, that I can share that with them. Why? Because I can imagine them as a human being, as myself, a part of myself. Maybe some, you know, differences, of course, but like for the most part, like that's how I think people can relate. And unfortunately, some people, I think they just can't do that. You know, maybe that instrument or that faculty is so broken within themselves that they cannot imagine what it might feel like for another being, you know, another human being. And you know, that's where things can go a little bit awry, because you just have your own thoughts about things. Like, that's it. You're the only one that exists, and everything else is just a a fabric of your imagination. They are like just part of a simulation, like being in a holodeck. Like you go into a Star Trek holodeck and you are the only one that's real, and everybody else is just a program. You know, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's a dangerous place to be. What I'm getting at is it's a dangerous place to be stuck in the holodeck, thinking that you're the only thing that's real while everything else is fake.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate the talk, and all the best, and talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Nachiketa. Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye. Yeah. Cool. Choice. We are children. Yeah. Do we have over here? It's 4:20 somewhere. Hi, Trevor7 over there in the Rockfin chat. Good to see you. Karen, please email me regard. Yes. Yes, I will email you. James Ritchie, thank you for the tip on Rockfin. Appreciate you. Hit up Dave W for Alex's trip. Unplugged is a great album for CMG, yeah. Unplugged really is a fantastic album. It's physically impossible to look cool while playing ukulele. Yeah. You know, Crumb's great though. He never tries to be cool. He just goes with it. It's awesome. Good music is good music. Love all the music. My wife would lie about the time all day. It was... There are no aliens coming. Demonic angels are, though. I mean... I think there's already demons here, if you ask me. The demons already live here and, like, sort of coexist in this realm of existence with us. And, you know, they're doing stuff. They're causing problems possibly for you. I mean, you know, I think all that stuff here. There's more unseen existence than there is seen existence. There's more unseen. I am a very firm believer that there is more unseen existence than there is seen existence. And it sort of goes back to like the whole Hermetic principle, like the universe is mental, all is mind. You know, there's something to that, you know, definitely more unseen than there is seen. There is a physical world. There's an objective physical world, and then there is a, like, maybe, I don't know if it's subjective metaphysical world. It could be, you know, it's reality is a very complicated thing. Reality is a very complicated thing. Glowbusters fundraiser for Alex tickets. What? You are too interesting to listen to for me to get my work done. I'm sorry, Cammie. I'll be wrapping up soon, I'm sure. Glowbusters fun for Alex. Demons, yes. Y'all want names? Yeah. Oops. I had my Twitter window open, but 10 key questions. So what are the questions I'm seeing from one? Of the 500 plus UAP reports by service members in recent years, how many describe remarkable flight characteristics? Does AARO have confidence that any UAP exhibited highly advanced technology? The 2022 government assessment states that all 300 of that 366 most recently reported UAP incidents analysts judge more than half as exhibiting unremarkable characteristics. This implies that over 150 recent UAP reports involve objects that demonstrated remarkable characteristics. Are the objects in the now famous Gimbal, Go Fast, and Fleur 1 UAP videos still unidentified? If so, what are the AARO's working theories for them? The publication of the videos, eyewitnesses, one of the clips, which is associated with the best-known UAP incident, has been in the public domain since 2007. It is high time. Working theories. Oh, so they're still trying to say that they're unknown. This one here looks fake. What is this garbage? That's fake, clearly. Do these offer links to these videos? Oh, it does. So this is one of the Pentagon declassifies Navy UFO videos. This is video 2 of 3.
Pointing out to the west. The whole thing, dude. What's going on, bro? There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. The whole thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's like a thing.
It's like rotating. So what's the other one? How about this one? It's video 3 of 3. It's got these little things flying over the surface of the water.
Nickel 6-1 Tango Project. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger. There's troubleshooting as soon as I get. Did you box moving target? 02. No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude.
Why is it inverting?
Nickel 6-1 Tango Project.
It's weird.
Roger. There's troubleshooting as soon as I get. Did you box moving target? 02.
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow. Look at
Okay, let's see what the third one is. These are I guess these are the most famous ones. It's so funny when people see these. I mean, if you think about it, isn't it kind of silly for people just to assume that these things came from millions of miles away, millions, trillions miles away, light years away? I mean, you only ever see them here on Earth, right? Like when people find meteors and shit, they're like, oh, it's a meteor from space, but you found it on Earth. Oh, this is a rare mineral that you hardly ever find on Earth, but you do find it on Earth, right? It's just rare. You know, all these crazy assumptions for all these things to come from like millions of miles away, like deep outer space, is ridiculous. You know, and that's just part of the programming, part of the space programming, right? To like make you have that assumption, right? Like it can't be some sort of earthly phenomenon, right? It has to have come from outer space, right? Yeah, I have not announced the location of Flattoberfest yet. Very soon. Very soon. Please stay tuned. I will put it on blast everywhere as soon as I am able to announce it. Karen, what new or interesting conspiracies are you looking into? I think John Levi's work is awesome with the real ancient history, but I haven't found anything lately that's really just grabbing me. Yeah, John Levi completely bores me. No offense. I am completely bored and uninterested by John Levi and his incredibly boring videos where he shows how much he doesn't know about anything and his complete lack of understanding of how to use a proper internet search engine, how to properly use an internet search engine. That's just my opinion. I mean, no offense, but I find all of that to be ridiculous. You know, like, you know, I'm not someone who believes the history, the mainstream history as it's given to us 100%, but it's a very dangerous to completely blanket scrap everything and say everything's a lie and like completely disregard any sort of anything we've got from the past and to completely make up new stuff. You know, this is very, everybody, it's very dangerous because it's like you're canceling out your own, everybody's canceling out their own culture. Calling everything Tartarian. Not everything is Tartarian. All these different regions, they all have their own culture. They have their own version of things, right? Like a lot of these old buildings, if you look at them side by side, they all have very different, aesthetic looks to them. And some of them have different, technical features because some of the people who built these buildings, they took some of the architectural, things from older buildings that were done, and then they would improve upon them. So they're not even all the same. That's why some of these old cathedrals and stuff are falling apart, and some of them look just fine. You know, I went to Europe. I went inside a bunch of these old Duomos in Italy, and these cathedrals in France, and these castles. You know. No one got a decent camera. Super cool place in Vegas, the best. Cammy knows what place it is, and it's really good. Moldavite is the most known of what? Tektites? They say that Moldavite was made by a asteroid happening. The contradictions and inconsistencies have to open eyes. People want to believe in something rather than the truth. And then Libyan desert glass, but that's a 50-50 on if they say it's a meteorite. Yeah. I want to believe. I kid you not. Yeah, I know. People do want to believe. Wasn't there like some cheesy movie? Ted and I watched that movie Paul with that stupid alien a couple of weeks ago. Oh my god, that movie. The programming in that movie. Holy shit. But like, do you ever remember seeing like, even when they would make jokes about like Area 51 or any sort of like the aliens are coming, there's all these people with signs that say, abduct me, abduct me. Like they all want the alien probe. People are sick. People are sick. They want that. Some of them are just waiting for it. The U.S. Mint is a moon rock. It's expensive to the moon. Too many amazing huge buildings, not enough competent masons even today. Well, okay. Listen, you can't say that if you weren't there. Here's the thing, you can't say there weren't enough competent masons. Like masonry was that was a very honorable job or skill to have at that time, right? And if you were a mason who was selected to work on the new project for the new cathedral, that was like a very prestigious thing to be a part of. I mean, look, I went through and I looked through all this stuff. I did not take the time to make a video about all this stuff. And, I probably should have as a content creator, but I just felt like, it's so easy for anybody to go and like spend some time and go read some stuff, look at these archival, sites that have these archival images of things and not all of it is just out there for everybody to see super easily. Some of the stuff you have to dig for. Some of it you have to go into archives for. It's not all of it. Not every gem is a surface level find, as they say. Sometimes You have to dig. You have to dig for that good stuff. Okay? And these people, they don't want to dig. They just want to see like the hint of something. They scratch the surface and then they extrapolate from that. They start making stories up, which is not a good thing to do. It's just my opinion. Yeah, they want the probe. When I was a kid, everyone was a mechanic and lots of excellent mechanics. Now there isn't any mechanics. Exactly! I mean, think about it just in our lifetime, what sort of skill sets are being phased out. How about handwriting? How about writing in cursive? They don't teach that in schools anymore. The public schools stopped teaching that years ago, a few years ago, and I started homeschooling my children, and I'm making them learn cursive. My daughter, she's pretty good. She's learned cursive. She can write in cursive now, and I'm having my son learn cursive too, because that is a lost skill. It's getting to the point where that's a lost skill. And with everything going toward technology based and everything being digital and everything having keyboards and keypads, you know, pretty soon even regular handwriting is going to be like non-existent. Nobody's going to know, you know, it's going to go back to where nobody has a signature, where they write stuff out, where you can handwrite stuff out. It's going to go back to the way it used to be before when everybody was illiterate, and they're going to be like, make your mark on the screen, on the digital screen. Can you make your mark? And everybody's going to be like making their scribble mark on the digital screen. You know, look at ChatGPT, look at AI. Pretty soon, it's like you don't even need a graphic designer anymore. You don't even need a voiceover artist anymore. I mean, think about the voice thing that's going on with ChatGPT. You know, the like Mark was saying last week, like people who read audiobooks for a living, like there's people like that's what they do. And I actually was looking into doing that, you know, a while ago, as a like a work from home type thing. But, you know, and when I looked into it, even getting into it was hard. You had to buy a very, very high-end microphone. Like these microphones aren't even good enough for it. These are nice mics, and I've got 2 of them. But they want you to buy a mic that costs like $5,000, and then you have to like be in this, you know, soundproof room. You can't have any sort of noise in the background, and you know, and then you have to do the processing afterwards. After you record the book, it takes time, right? And then you can become like a sought after, you know, voiceover person for audiobooks. And I just never pursued it because I was like, oh, it's like a huge pain in the butt. Like, I'm not going to do all that just to read books to people, right? Because I don't even want to read that much. So it just I never did it. But you know what? It's a good thing because look, just a few years later, and it's a completely irrelevant job. It's completely irrelevant. Even writing articles. I mean, I've been saying for anybody who's been following my channel or watching me, you know, flap my gums for the past few years has heard me say, AI writes a lot of these news articles. AI writes it, right? And it's like, then all of a sudden, boom, here comes ChatGPT, and you can type in any sort of little prompt you want and have it write you a complete article. It can write you a fucking essay. There'll be like 4 and 5 paragraphs with proper grammar, you know, and spelling and everything using, you know, it's making people irrelevant, you know. So when you think about how things have advanced, I mean, think about the machine age and like the industrial revolution, right? What did the industrial revolution do? We started making machines, but they're not modern machines like they are now, but they were machines, right? That started to replace the labor, physical labor by man or animals, right? Like steam engines, like, you know, you can move a lot of heavy things with oxen or big horses, stuff like that, right? Which is how they did it before. But with the invention of the steam engine, well, now you no longer have to do that. Now, so when you have these machines replacing the manual labor of the animals, think about all of the things that then takes out of the equation, all of the people that it takes to make one thing happen versus another thing happen. So when you go from animals to machine. Now you no longer need the farmer or the breeder to breed the animals, right? To find the good stock, the animals with the good conformation and the good genes, and then breed those animals, raise those animals from a baby up into an adult animal. And then when not only do you have to raise that animal from a baby to an adult animal, you also have to train it. So you have people who train these animals. They have to work with these animals. They spend hours upon hours teaching these animals how to wear a harness, how to be okay with being hooked up in these harnesses and these chains, and then attached to a heavy load, and then have them pull that heavy load. This stuff, you don't just bring any animal up and then slap it, attach it to something and be like, mush. There's like a whole process that goes into that and building that. You've got the craftsmen who build the harnesses that the animals wear, right? The blacksmiths who put all that stuff together. All of those skills and all of that energy now becomes obsolete, and now you have people building machines, right? And then now you have a different skill set. So like over time, it's just how the times work. So back then, you needed a bunch of people with the skill set to work with stone and to know where the cleave marks were, what types of stone were what, how the stone could be worked with, what type of tools you needed to break it down, how heavy each stone was, the density of it, blah, blah, blah. You have to know all this stuff, and that was a necessary skill back then, right? So changing times, now, all that shit is not even necessary. Now you just have to know how to push the button. Push the button. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people don't take into consideration, like, exactly what logistically, across the board, what it takes for these different things to come into play. If that makes sense. Boy, was I just on a long yammering rant. Does that make sense? Oh, I have a phone call. A phone call. Mainstream timetables are off, in my opinion. I'll get to you in just a second, Law. I'm a mechanic. Back in the day, you'd get paid extra labor to disassemble and fix a broken part. Now they just want you to replace the whole part and be done with it, so technical knowledge is getting lost. Exactly! Dan Morris, John Levi has said nothing that you were implying. He said, John, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I don't care, dude. I don't care. I have gone over, I didn't imply he said anything. First of all, he just says, he's very misleading in his videos. I didn't say specifically in this broadcast what I said that he said is misleading, but it is. I could probably go to his channel and click on any video and show you how incredibly misleading his suggestive speaking, his suggestive NLP speaking is. But hey, you know what? If you like John Levi, go watch John Levi. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and like rip on him all day, every day. I hardly ever bring it up, but somebody brought it up, and that's what I think about it. I mean, you don't have to agree. It's cool. If you like John Levi, watch John Levi. If you're entertained by it, you're entertained by it. They don't have a soul. Yeah, Ted and I were talking about how cars today have no soul. They have no character. There's no quirks. You don't have to really, you don't even have to know how to shift your gears anymore. Remember, you had to learn how to drive stick and shift the gears. Everything, it does it all for you now. They tell you when something's in your blind spot, little things beep everywhere. They're trying to make every human skill obsolete. Our only function will be to consume. That's true. That's exactly what's going on. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, Queen B, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Just want to call in and talk for a minute.
All right. How's it going?
Yeah, going good. I called last week, and I definitely forgot to say some nice things about our main man Bob Nodell, who who's left this realm.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to, to say that Bob is a great guy, very nice guy. When my brother, back in 2021, he was in the hospital for pneumonia. I got a lot of support from Bob. He, I called him. We spoke for a moment there, and just telling me that just hang in there. I was losing my mind at the time, and he kept me good spirits for me, and I just want to thank him for that. And even when my brother went into the hospital a year and a half later, after he got the booster, he had to get the quadruple bypass. Bob was there too. He kept shouting my brother out as well. And thank him for that. Kind of miss him. Just didn't know how bad it was, but everything that Bob's done, man, he's really brought Flat Earth a long way. We can't all be perfect, but Bob did the best he could, and he did more than any one of us here, in the chat. Of course, you and Sergeant are there with him. But I just wanted to, shout Bob out and just say thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Because I didn't get to say, I didn't get to talk to Cammie too much when you guys came over to see me last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get that out the way. But I also want to shout out, Peter Jarvio. He is going to be in West Virginia University this week, up in Morgantown. He'll be there probably up till Thursday. But, if the weather's nice, he'll stay up till Thursday. But he's doing a lot of activism out there, guys. He is our man on the streets on this side of the pond. Dave Manel is the other guy, as well as, Harry, John Smith Globe Lie, and Jason of the Disbury family.
Right.
Those guys are, stand-up guys. And Peter Jarvio is this guy is unbelievable. He's doing all the work for us. He's hitting over 100 plus people, students or sheeple per day. He had a record of like nearly 200 something last week up in Michigan. But he's hitting about 150 a day, and then just conversing with them, and I can attest, that what he's saying is right. He is having lots of conversation with these students, and through all the ridicule and all the mockery, he still keeps he does not lose his temper. I mean, this guy is amazing. He's kind of like John Smith Globe Lie and Dave. Also, I wanted to shout out this kid. He's on the West Coast. He thinks we're shills. He thinks you're a shill, Karen or Nathan.
I am a shill. I shill Flat Earth all day, every day.
Yes. Let's embrace that. Yes, we are shills for Flat Earth. Especially Kevin the shill. He's a big shill. I don't know what he's shilling for, but he's a shill. But the guy's channel, because last year I messaged him in his channel and said, hey, you should come over to Flattoberfest. I didn't know he was way out there, on the West Coast, but he's like, no, people over there are just like shills, and I was like, okay, that's the first I've heard.
That includes you, Law.
But I know I'm the biggest shill. You guys just don't know. I'm undercover shill. That's why I never take any pictures of me in it. But his channel's name is Level-Headed William and Natalie. I want to shout him out. This kid goes out to he also goes out to universities there too, and colleges, and he'll go out in public, on public sidewalk and just interact with people. And his way of doing it is great. It's kind of like, are you smarter than a fifth grader, or do you trust your common senses? That's what he has on his sign. And he'll put up a table and he'll have a camera on them. But then again, he was interviewed by Eric DeBay, so maybe he's a shill. I don't know. But
Eric definitely told him that we were shills. Then I'm sure that's why he thinks we're all shills. Every time Eric talks to somebody, he tells us we're all shills. He tells people we're all shills, and then they stop talking to us.
Right. I've seen the last 2 or 3 that he's done, including William. That the things he says, he doesn't straight out call you a shill or mark a shill, but he says that there are people out there that are very shill in nature, shilly in nature. But yeah, I just want to shout that kid out. He's doing good work, even though he's never met you and he's already formed his opinion about you. People he's never met, which is kind of wrong. And but I shout him out anyway. He's doing work for all of us. Okay, and just getting back to the call in I did last week. I'll give you an update. That I sent you that text message about Facebook. Did you see that?
Oh, yes.
About the grill?
Yes.
So anyway, our buddy, he's a great guy, that flat fellow, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
His squatters are selling off his property. Like that grill he had just bought, and she tried, Amanda GD tried to sell it, and she actually sold it. She sold it, and someone, because his cousins and relatives live around his property, and they told him about it. He drives over there and he catches the guy leaving with the his grill, his barbecue grill. Had to take that, told that guy to bring it back, put it back on his porch. I mean, it's getting crazy over there. And this past weekend, Vinny went over there and she's already barricaded the back door.
Barricaded it?
The house. Yeah, she put some kind of metal or something. She bolted it to the door so it wouldn't open, because that's near Tommy's room. Because to get to his room, if you go through the front door, this is where their rooms are. That's where they squat at, in the front 2 rooms.
Oh.
And Tommy's is towards the back. But anywho, yeah, this, anyone who knows Amanda GD, I mean, she surprises us every day with the things that she does, the retaliation that she does. She is a psychotic whack job. She's bought a bus, and now she's putting out there on Facebook that she's bought a bus, and she's trying to intermingle with people who are living in the bus, living the bus life. Now I hope people will find out who she is and get the word out that this girl is nothing but a squatter, is a liar and a thief.
Liar and a thief.
She's a sociopath.
Sociopath, yeah. Can't be trusted. And everybody who's been around for a while knows who Tommy, that flat fellow, is. Tommy's really an awesome guy. Tommy, I'm going to bring up his YouTube channel so that I can remind everybody what Tommy has been doing the past few years, right? And what kind of guy Tommy is. Yeah. So this is Tommy's channel. Tommy he started doing a lot of the activism at the flea market. He would go there with the setup. He bought all the iPads. He would buy all of the material to pass out, buy the flyers, and he would do this all on his own dime, right? This is how Tommy started out. So if you go to his channel, you'll see that he's got a lot of these activism videos from them being at the flea market. You'll see Law there. Some of them you'll see me there. A lot of our local people from South Carolina, and he's been doing this for a while. See, look at this. These videos are years old, 3 years old. Let's see, how old is video? Yeah, 3 years ago. And with just Jax there. See, there I am 3 years ago. So Tommy's been, he's been in our group for a while, and we know Tommy pretty well. He's always been a really good guy, a very stand-up guy. And so we don't like to see him being taken advantage of like this, and we don't like to see him being lied about like this. So just in case anybody wants to know what's really going on, that's what's up. So we got Tommy's back. Hopefully she'll get out. When are they supposed to leave? When's she supposed to get out of his house?
I think it's June the 12th.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, she's probably said, destroying that, his place right now as we speak. I don't know the mentality of these squatters, these liars, these sociopaths, psychopaths. But yeah, she is a nut job, and I need to send you. He sent me a screenshot of the message that I think either her or her mom, I think it's her mom who sent it to him. This crazy nutter is trying to tell Tommy that he needs to give them $8,000 so that they'll leave. And it's like 4,000. She broke it down to what they need to do, like for gas, travel expenses, and the first and last month of the rent when they go find a place. I'm like, if you don't have that kind of money, if you have the first and second the rents, right? The first and last rent, how are you going to make the rent in between? I don't get these wackos. They don't even work. They have no jobs, and they're just trying to feed off of someone who's putting out a hand to help them out because they were getting evicted from where they're at in Oregon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they come over here. Tommy forked up thousands of dollars for them to come over here, and then they took an extra nearly a week to come over here because they wanted to go sightseeing. And Tommy was basically, they actually called him for more money so that they have a hotel room, that they can sleep in. This is ridiculous, but I know, the story sounds kind of crazy. But Tommy, like you said, and we both know, he's a great guy. He's a man of his word.
Mm-hmm.
If he says he's going to help you, he'll help you,
mm-hmm.
no matter what it costs. And right now, it's costing a lot. He's probably going to have to fix his house back up again after they're probably going to do something to it, some kind of sabotage to it, or they probably might burn it down. I don't know, but yeah, if you think the story's crazy, you should see some of the things that they've done. So, yeah, and Vinny will vouch for that. He was over there,
mm-hmm.
and he had to break the door down almost, just to try to find his way in. But just letting you know on that. Now, anyone, I'm just warning the people out there. If you guys are hearing my voice, hearing Karen, and this woman, this psychopath named Amanda G.D.
Is this her?
And used to be Globe Denier.
Law, look at the screen right now. Is this her?
Oh, hold on. Let me get. I'm on my phone. Let me look at her and see. Oh, you have a What the heck is going on? I'm trying to get back on my. I don't know if I can do it on my phone.
Because I was playing a video from one of Tommy's.
Oh my God, that's her.
Yeah, that's
With
her.
David?
Yeah, because this is a picture. This video's old.
Right next to Vinny.
Yeah, so this is her.
Yeah, this is Blacktoberfest #2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is that whack job right there. People, look at this girl now. She will. I'm thinking that she's going to reach out to someone in the community, and she has friends in the community who don't know what she's been doing. And these people have left our group because of, the things that's happened. They want to separate, disassociate from the drama. I mean, you can leave this drama.
Because she's probably telling them lies.
No problem.
She's probably lying about what's been going on to make herself look good so that everybody else can look bad. Because that's what sociopath, narcissist, liars do,
Yes, we're positive. It's 100% fact that she's doing this. But for those who listen to this psychopath, just know that if you leave one area of drama, you're gonna just fall into another. Why not just take care of the drama right now, right here within us? Because we're the ones that's got your back.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you don't want it, that's fine. But yeah, that's her. People, please.
And this is Tommy.
Look out for her. Her name is. Huh?
I'm showing a picture of Tommy now. This is Tommy. Tommy's a really good friend of ours. We love Tommy. Okay, Tommy's always been cool. I've known Tommy for a while now, years. So I know Tommy is a good guy.
Yes, I've known him. That's the first day that he went out to flat smack in a flea market, and I was in Washington, the D.C. area with my son. He had a soccer games up there, and I told him, wait for me before you go out there. I will come out there with you, but he couldn't wait. He did that the week before, and when I came back the following weekend, we went out there, he and I, and then we kept going, almost every weekend until we built up, everybody, all our crew, basically, the Kakalaki crew. A lot of them have fallen, away, and we don't hear from them anymore. But that's how, life is. You have friends, and they come and go. But they know that we're here. If they should ever need anything, that's what we do. We're our brothers and sisters keepers. And if there's any drama, we try to hash it out and talk it over like adults, not like children, not just blame everybody, because we all are part of the blame. No matter where the problem is, we are all part of the problem. No matter if it's in China, in Russia, it doesn't matter. We are the cause of that problem in a ripple type effect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And also, like I said, I just want to warn the people here in the chats and people who are listening to beware of this person. Her name is Amanda. Okay, and she's on Facebook. She had a truth channel on YouTube, but she doesn't do that anymore. I think she does a lot of TikTok videos now. But please, guys, be aware of this person. Do not associate with this person. That's my advice to you. I would never, even if she was struggling on the side of the road, I would have to turn away and just walk away from this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And also, Karen, I want to ask you. I know you don't like bringing it up, but I asked you about this a while back. It's about the Vulgate. Have you seen that one? I hope James and Naz are doing good. I consider them my friends, but he was saying some things, and I have no clue what he's saying.
Well,
I feel like I don't need to reach out to him.
Yeah, I don't know really 100% what's going on with that either. And I did try to reach out to him, and I don't know. I feel like he kind of got a little bit like. I kind of got upset because I was like, okay, I felt like I was being treated like I was doing something wrong or I had done something to him, and I haven't. So I don't even know what to think about that whole situation. I really don't know. I'm just leaving it alone for now. I'm leaving it alone. Because I don't know what's going on. I still don't know what's going on over there. So.
Yeah, I haven't reached out to James either because other people have tried, Sarah, you, and a few other people that I know of. But, I've only known James for a short amount of time, and he seems like a great guy. But for the things that he's putting out with the Vulgate, I don't understand why, he wouldn't talk it out with you in person. You see, because like I'm telling you, if you think you have drama in a certain group and you want to leave, that's fine. But rest assured that drama will be there when you go to another group. There's always drama everywhere.
Yeah. And
it's up to you whether you want to face up to it, man up to it, and let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. And James, if you're listening, brother, we're here. We're just
initially,
trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I wanted to have a conversation with multiple, anybody involved, because in the past, I know that if you don't talk face to face and have a conversation, a lot of problems just won't ever get solved. Because if I'm sending text and I'm doing it in the best meaning possible, the replies I was getting, it was they were taking the time to interpret things in a way that I didn't mean it, and they're like, so you're saying blah blah blah, and I'm like, no. So it's that's why I wanted to. Right. I like to have face-to-face conversations. sometimes that's the only way to solve it, or to get worked through things, to like get an understanding of what's going on, or where somebody's at, or what somebody's intentions are. So I think that's the problem, is the lack of, talking it out face to face. But that's, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, and if things don't go their way, tensions rise, people kind of want to walk away from things like that. That's what I see. We can't all talk, calmly, but if we're there to talk and not to argue or start, fights, I think it should be heard. I mean, we're all emotional for the most part, but it's good to get, things out. That's why whenever we get together, with our group, I try to bring things up that's at the front of the table, just to squash it and see what everyone thinks. And, because we don't all think the same, but I think everything that, any kind of drama should be brought out to the forefront, and dealt with and put away, until, settled as best as we can, or agree to disagree and move on.
Yeah.
So as people, as truthers, I call us truthers, even though we don't really know the entire truth, just on certain truths. I think we should step up, and we should carry this, our knowledge, to other people is the main thing, instead of just squabbling amongst ourselves, because we'll never get anywhere. That's how they want us to be silenced, is we are going to silence ourselves. They have nothing to do. They're just going to set it out there, make us infight and squabble amongst one another until no one is left that will even get together. That's why, every time I call into your show, and I'm going to say it again, it is of utmost importance that we come together as a group and start building, whether it's good or bad, it does not matter. It's just the main thing is to get together, come to these events that you're holding, every meetup that you can get your hands on. You can drop, one day's plans just to come to a meetup that happens, every month or 2 months or every year? Come on now, people, get off your asses and let's get it on. The people, for the most part, all your listeners come to your events, Karen, and that shows you a lot of these diehards. I call them, my brothers and sisters. They're diehards. I want to go to all your events. I try to be there as much as I can. And I've been there for a long time. But there's newbies that need to come in, that are listening to your shows and agree with almost everything that we talk about, about the lies and the deception that's going on in this world, especially about the place we live on. So I just want to, just say, James, if you're out there listening, brother, I mean, let's talk it out. I mean, I wasn't in there initially because I'm just listening to what's going on. But man, if you need an ear to listen to your worries, I'm here. Just give me a call. You've got my number. I like to see what's going on and see if I can mediate, or at least try to make things better and let other people know what is going on. If you don't want to talk to them. So just, if you can please stop that Vulgate, because it's becoming very vulgar. Because I caught something, that the last one he did, he's calling out names again, man. I mean, come on. We don't need to do that. You call them out, like in a show like this, just call them out like this.
Well, I just think if we have problems,
but I'm warning.
And I also I'm a big fan of just working shit out offline. If you have a problem with somebody, it doesn't even have to be on a stream. It doesn't have to be public. You can just talk to them. Just go work it out directly with that person. I don't understand the problem with that.
Yes, and you do great. I mean, I think you're still promoting his business, aren't you?
Yeah, but he asked me to take the commercial off of Strange World, so I did. I made them a commercial. I was just trying to help. So he asked me to take it off. So I did. That's no problem. I have no problem with that. I still think they do good work. I still think he makes good products. I don't know what this whole situation is about, or, why I'm being treated like I did something wrong when I didn't do anything. I only ever tried to help. I don't know. So, but if I keep going back and it just seems like things are making it worse, then I'm making it worse, then that's when I just put my hands up and stop, because I don't want to make it worse. You know what I'm saying? So I just took the commercial off. I took everything off, and I made the Imperio salsa commercial to take the spot, and that's it. It's cool. Like, I don't have anything against any of them,
Yes, and by doing that, I that's great. I commend you for that, Karen. But I just didn't want to, I'm sorry if I brought this thing up, but I was just worried about James. After listening to the last one, it seems like, wow, this thing is, I don't know, going on, and the people that are, I'm reading the comments in his on his videos, and it's like, they're taking sides with just hearing one side. That makes no sense to me. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't mean to bring that up. It's just it worries me that we're not. I hate to say we're not getting along, or things not kosher. I don't want this to be a kumbaya moment or anything. None of us are we're alike in the ways that we think, but we're nothing alike as far as our culture, our diversity, and things like that. So don't get me wrong on that. And I can. I can go with the flow with anyone, anywhere, and that's what we all need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, just move along. But I don't want to take up any more of your time, Karen. I just want to just, give you an update about that, about Tommy, his situation. So guys, be out there, be on the lookout. If someone reaches out to you, they want to come see you or need a place to stay for a little bit, hey, be wary. Especially if her name is Amanda GD,
Mm-hmm.
So be wary of that. And I'm gonna keep saying it until I turn blue, until this person leaves, Tommy's property. And I'm even worried about after the fact that when she leaves, she still has, she can come there and do something, and just skip town.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anyway, you have a good day, Karen. Love your show. It's keeping me awake here.
All right.
Yep. You guys have a good day. Shout out to everyone in live chat. You got tons of people on there. Much love to everyone. Keep it flat, guys. All right.
All right.
Love
Thanks,
you,
Law. Love you too.
Yep. Later.
All right. Bye. Kyle person. I did not call Eric Dubé a shill. I don't know what Eric Dubé is, but I know he's an a-hole. I know that, like, when I first started my channel way back in 2017, without even having talked to me once, without even having any sort of correspondence with me through email, text, voice, or otherwise, Eric Dubé decided to tell everybody that I was a shill 6 months after I made my first video, and I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. So you know what? Fuck Eric. And I'm not doing it to just to be a hater. I don't, he is, as before that, I had no problem with him. But if you're going to take the first shot, if you're going to fire the first shot, well, then that's it. It's like the rule. Do you know about the rules of engagement, right? Do not fire until fired upon. Okay, well, he fired shots first. So, as far as I'm concerned, he can eat a bowl of dick. That's all there is to it. If you like Eric, that's fine. You go watch Eric Dubé. If you like John Levi, that's fine. Go watch John Levi. Like, I'm not telling anybody what to do. You do whatever makes you happy. That stuff does not make me happy. It bores me. It makes my eyes roll into the back of my head. But if you like it, then good. Enjoy it. Have fun. Well, Flat Earth Hollywood Live, aka Dan the Waterman, you're a shitbag too. And you know why? Because you would not let, you would not go, you kept messaging everybody talking about FE Core is a scam and da-da-da, when like you had no knowledge of the inner workings about anything that had any to do with anything with FE Core. You didn't know shit. You just went around talking shit about everybody and private messaging everybody, telling everybody about how Bob is a scam artist, Bob is a liar. Like you were on Bob's nuts so fucking hard for like the last few years. That's why I finally blocked you, dude, because I don't want to sit here and listen to your stupid messages where you complain about Bob this, Bob that. Fuck you, dude. I just don't care. I just don't care. That's why I blocked you on Facebook. That's why I banned all your accounts, because I don't really give a shit to hear you shit talk all my friends. I just don't care, especially when I know for a fact, because I am intimately involved with those projects and I do talk to those people privately, then I know that what you're saying is bullshit. So why would I entertain your bullshit? I'm not going to. I just don't have time for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what anybody wants to choose to do with their time, but I'm not going to waste my time with that stuff. And then if you're going to come and ask me about it, I'm going to give you my opinion. End of the fucking story. Bob complained about you because you are a pain in the ass. He was tired of your crap. You haven't, you know what? Bob blocked you and I'm just going to block you again too. You know? Seriously. I don't care. I don't care. You know, there's all these little negative Nancys who want to run around and like, no, to like other flat earthers and complain about this and complain about that and bitch about this and bitch about that. You can all just go fuck off. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You know, I will complain about certain ideas, certain theories that people want to say is true. Like I'll try to poke holes in it and say, well, I don't think that really has any validity because of XYZ. And I will, you know, counter the idea, you know, but if you're just running around like shitting all over people for no reason, nobody has time for that. I know I don't. And you're one of those people. Dan, the waterman, you are one of those people. Billingtano, you're hilarious. A whole bowl, exactly. Fresh start of your cup. I do care. Well, yeah. Well, I care about, you know, I do care. That's probably why I have so much passion about stuff. You're right. But I just don't care about what he has to say. I guess that's what I mean when I say I don't care. I don't care about what bullshitters have to say. I just don't want to hear your bullshit. You know, are you adding to the conversation? Do you have a valid point, or you just want to complain about something? Do you just want to piss and moan? Because that guy likes to piss and moan. I don't want to hear you piss and moan. If you want to address something, we can address something. I cannot be bothered by this negativity. Just be gone, peasant. You know, I guess I'm not very good at being PC or diplomatic or, you know, I don't beat around the bush. It is what it is. It is what it is. Eat salsa, cured, Imperio heals. Yeah. I heard Mark Sargent was handing out passports during the JFK assassination. Happy birthday, Mark Sargent. Remember, you guys, today's Mark Sargent's birthday. If you showed up late and you know where to go find Mark Sargent's number, you should send him a happy birthday text. Let me see. He says you can Google his number. Let's try it. Mark Sargent phone number. Mark, you can't search your phone number. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, no, you have to go to his page and to the channel. I forget what it was. I'd have to look it up again because I don't have it memorized. Yeah. Mark Sargent, 303-494-6631. There you go. Thank you, Commercial Sound and Video, for that. Don't backtrack. I'm writing the song. Karen don't care. Also, people, like, whenever I talk like that, people think I'm angry, and I'm not. I'm not angry even a little bit right now. Oh, phone calls. Okay. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Yo, Karen B.
What's up?
Tony Coriolis here.
Hi, Tony Coriolis.
Hey, so a lot of stuff today you talked about. Yeah, definitely. Vibing with it all. That movie, Paul, I totally remember watching that, pre-Flat and everything, and thinking it was a cool movie. So now I always go up, like, northern Arizona whenever I go out of town, and I have a huge movie collection. So I got Paul up there, and I rewatched it. That movie sucks,
Yeah.
Exactly as you said, a lot of propaganda within that movie.
It's funny because Ted brought it up. He's like, that movie was funny. We should watch it, right? And he's like, he hadn't seen it for like over a decade or however long it had been since it came out. And so we're watching it, and then certain things come up.
I have not seen it, yeah.
So things start coming up where they're like, he's like, where the alien starts healing people, and then they're like making fun of Jesus, like, oh, you think Jesus is gonna heal? The alien's gonna do it, like, that sort of stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. And he was like, yeah, this movie's not as good anymore.
Yeah, it's not just like casual alien entertainment. It's like almost satanic crossing the line,
It is. It really is. And like, I mean, I had not watched it before. It was my first time watching it, and I was like, wow, this is bad.
Yeah, exactly. So another thing, I do totally agree with you. John Levi, I'm a big time Eddie Bravo fan, and Eddie Bravo had on John Levi to his podcast, and by all means, I'm cool with the guy. But yeah, I get bored during a lot of his videos. Pretty boring.
Yeah.
If I'm just being honest.
I mean, me too.
And then, yeah. So Hibbler just went on with Eddie Bravo too, and I was just driving from St. Louis back to Arizona over the weekend, so I've had a long weekend just driving, and we passed through New Mexico, and like that's like what I listen to so much stuff. I watched Level with Me twice, on the drive. One time watching it, one time listening to it, and we ended up going to some gas station up in New Mexico, and they sold little shirts with aliens on it that say like Roswell, New Mexico, with a bunch of aliens on it.
Oh God, yeah.
So, yeah, so I just figured, cool, I'll buy the shirt, it was like $15 or whatever. So I got the shirt, and then I just asked the girl up at the counter, like, hey, what do you think on aliens? And she goes, well, like, we're not alone. And I go, yeah, I'm with you. And she goes, well, we are just floating in space, so they could. And I go, yeah. I just kept it very calm, quiet, short with her. I just go, yeah, they say a lot, I don't believe them. And then, I just left. But other conversations I have with people, sometimes it's almost like they kind of, it's not like I get triggered, but I just got to go deeper on them if they say something really stupid,
Mm-hmm.
So I go up out of town where I keep my movie Paul and all my other movies, and then it's Payson, Arizona, which, like, I don't know, Flagstaff is a normal northern Arizona place, but Payson's also up north. So I go up to Payson, and I'm at the Mexican restaurant eating, at the bar. And then the guy next to me starts talking to me, and I don't know, he's trying to act all cool. He's like, yeah, I got a 22-year-old girlfriend. He's like 60 or something, total weirdo guy. And he's saying he's into, like, his job is with radio towers and stuff. And, like, the town that I stay in near Payson, I guess, like, it doesn't really get radio and stuff, and he's trying to get, like, a contract to do everything. And then he said, yeah, the only person that can reach into Geizhila with correct signal is Elon Musk with his satellite thing or whatever he said. So I just go, oh, Elon Musk, the guy that's like funded by the government, And then he got all triggered and everything. So he got totally triggered, and then he goes, well, how do I know you're not just some drunk kid or whatever? And as earlier as you were saying, we are all just kids, and I'm never stopping that. I'm fine with someone calling me a kid. I am a kid. I'm 30, but yeah, I remember that guy calling me a drunk kid for trying to kind of flat smack him a little bit, tell him COVID's fake and everything.
Yeah.
So I go harder on some people, but for like that girl I bought the shirt from, they say a lot, On to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so last week I called in and I mentioned about the Chinese New Year.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a snake, and then, like, your enemy's the pig and everything. But then, like, you looked up, some Chinese New Year stuff on it. And really, it's kind of hard to find, but as far as I know, there's, like, one enemy for each sign. So, like, what you read for yourself is a pig description. Like you said, it said, pig, be weary of the, or snake, be weary of the pig and the something else. But it really is just 6 years away from your birth year, that's your enemy sign.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 even teams, there's 2 odd teams, and yeah, that's just how it works.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff.
So whatever you saw for like 2 enemies, I mean, I just know I got all into Chinese New Year because of the numbers, because it just works like perfect with the numbers, and the fact that you're the snake and the secret friend, the soulmate, that's the only thing that doesn't correlate with numbers. But it is very interesting. So now that I'm 30, I just finished my tiger year. Tiger's the enemy of me, the monkey. And I just had 2 days that, just were terrible last year. And I just thought, those are the tiger days that, I was watching out for. But 2 tiger days happened to me out of the whole year. Like, the whole year wasn't bad, but just 2 days, I blame it on it that it was a tiger year,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just interesting,
It is, for sure. It's like I was saying, some of their stuff is actually pretty accurate. Like the chart that predicts the sex of your child, it was right for all of mine. And
yeah, I was really intrigued by that.
Yeah, and then anybody I ever
I haven't
showed
heard
it
anything
to
on that until you mentioned it.
Yeah, anytime I ever showed it to somebody who was pregnant, it was right for them too. It was really weird.
Huh? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start checking that with people. So far I've even re-listened to, anytime I call into a show, I re-listen to it like 10 times. My ego is getting all fluffed up. I love calling into all the shows. But did you show like a link or anything to that chart that you mentioned?
No, I didn't. I just searched it up online. Oh, I don't know what I was looking at.
What was the search that you did? I could just re-listen to it for what you said.
I probably just searched Chinese zodiac.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, I think I just searched Chinese zodiac.
Okay. There's something. I keep on forgetting stuff. Karen, are you amazed with, like, do you really notice that, like, you don't really, I don't know, I almost feel like everything that I say is like God talking through me, It's not even like I really think it to say it. It's just, it comes to me and then is said. Do you think anything on that?
What do you mean? What do I think anything on that? Like...
So, like, I mean, every time I call in, like, sure, yeah, I was going to mention Paul. I was going to mention going up to Geizhila, getting in arguments with people, telling the lady the alien thing, at the store. but I don't really like it. Nothing is really in my head yet. I'm still talking to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's almost like showing me that God is like way more a part of everything than, I don't know, we really know.
Oh, for sure. Well, I don't like to say God, but the same thing. The creator is part of everything. The creator
Mhm.
is creation. It is existence. Actually, in scripture, the creator's name, Yehovah, literally translates into existence. It's like all that ever was, all that is, all that ever will be.
All that we are.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally with all that.
Mhm.
So I did buy a book off of the Flat Earth app, like a book recommendations, whatever, and I never read, but it was cool for this flight, you know, out to St. Louis. I was reading the book and I'm almost finished with it. It's called Biblical Cosmology and Why It Matters.
Cool. Who wrote it?
Yeah. Shoot. It had the name printed on every page. I took a pic. I could look it up right now.
I want to. Is it Noel
But
Hadley?
so the reason why no, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why I got it is just because I was hoping it was going to talk about individual constellations. Do you have a personal favorite constellation?
Like star constellation?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but Orion, I guess, is the first one that always pops into my head. It's the one that I see all the time.
Yeah, that's...
You know?
Yeah, Orion is my favorite as well, too. And I got the book just hoping that it would say something cool on Orion, almost like explaining to me why I like Orion so much. And so far, it doesn't really... Maybe the last 2 chapters or something mentions it, because I haven't gotten to those yet, but so far, nothing about Orion. But I really do like Orion. So just as we were saying, like, God is everything. He is us, you know, everything. I have, like, these freckles on me, and honestly, it is exactly lined up with the Orion body. I have the 3, and then the 2 that are spaced, like, just the body section of Orion is, like, on me. And I find that just, it's like a sign. No wonder why Orion's my favorite, and I'm seeing it, you know, all the time. Whenever I look up, just, it's on me.
Do you ever watch Marty Leeds?
No. I know I listened to him, just his first, he was on the first summit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's been at a couple of my events.
Yeah.
But his channel's called Gnostic Academy, and if you're into the stars and what the stars mean, you should go back and check out some of Marty's stuff, because he looks into that a lot. He talks a lot about like the myths and the stories related to the constellations in the sky, and like the story that the sky is trying to tell us and how it relates to scripture, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
That's what I was hoping the book would that's what I was hoping the book would say, so I will definitely be checking that out. Great recommendation.
Yeah, and Marty also writes books, so you can check him out. He's at GnosticAcademy.com.
Gotcha. I will totally remember that. Well, okay. Thanks, Karen. I ain't got much else to say, you know, nothing else popping up in the head. But I did look up who it was. It's Randy Smith for the book.
Ah, Randy Smith. Okay, I had not heard of that.
Yeah, it was just one of the recommended ones on the app, so.
Awesome.
I got it.
Yeah, a lot of people are writing books these days,
hey.
which is great, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. And I'm not into books, but I know I should be, you know. I'm trying to think that I'm smart. I should start reading some books.
Right. I know, I resemble that.
Yeah. Well, all right. Yeah, I'm out here dragging my ball field, so
all right.
I'm going to get back to it. Thank you for taking my call, Karen B.
All right. Thank you for calling. Bye.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, Marty, if you're into that sort of thing, is really, really someone you need to check out. And does he have, his books here? Marty's online shop. Let's check it. Yeah, Scripture in the Stars. Okay, so this is probably the book that you should get. Scripture in the Stars by Marty Leeds. Because he talks about all that stuff, in here. I haven't read this book, but I mean, the title seems pretty self-explanatory. So there you go. And I'm not usually a big fan either of like gematria or any of that sort of stuff, like the number thing, but the way Marty uses it, and he only uses that one septenary cipher, and he uses the hands, like he only uses the one type. It's not like, well, in English ordinal this, and reverse ordinal, and Jewish this, and English that, and the 8 million different ways to do it. He just uses one system. And the way he explains it, it actually makes a lot of sense as it relates to this sort of thing. If you have interest in attaining some knowledge like that, a very good channel, very good information to check out. It's easily recognizable. Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, it's always there, and it's right in the middle of the sky. So, like I said, I don't know that it's necessarily my favorite. I don't know that I could even say that I have a favorite constellation. But it's certainly the one that I recognize the most, I see the most, I look for the most. I don't know. It's just a very prevalent thing. I don't know why that is. And I always really liked it because of, the one star, the brightest star being Orion's right shoulder. I think it's Sirius. Let's see, what does it say about the Orion constellation? Betelgeuse, that's what it is, or Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse. So this is a diagram here of the Orion constellation. So that's Betelgeuse is there, which is a big star, and I think it's like a color too, if I remember right. And then you have the 3 stars right here that are supposed to be the belt, and then all that. It's pretty cool. And then the bow right here. Ooh, right next to it is Taurus. Yeah, it's hard for me to see constellations though. Like even here in the country, there's still a lot of light pollution where I live. Like you got to get pretty remote and pretty far away from cities before you can start, making out these other details of the constellation. But these big ones, those are the ones that the only ones you see, the bigger ones here. Sirius is the eye of the dog, Canis Major. That's right. Thank you, Thunder Chicken. It really is interesting, like you say, Nachiketa, because I mean, think about it, and it makes sense for it all to tie back to these stories because it's part of creation. So to see how the things that we see regularly in the creation and how they relate to like these ancient stories, these ancient texts, I find all that stuff to be very fascinating, and there's definitely stuff to be gleaned from that. It's one of the reasons why I started reading the Bible after all these years, because I didn't read it for a very long time because I just saw people arguing over it all the time. And then, of course, when I met Jack and he started talking to me about, reading it, going back to reading it for what it actually says and the number of mistranslations and blah, 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 blah. And then it became interesting to me, and now reading it like that without like that whole like preconceived ideas or listening to preachers or like arguing with people about what such and such mean, just going back to the stripped down version and reading it for what it really says. It's very interesting, and I feel like there's actually information and things to be learned from it. And it's, it's not boring. That's for sure. It's definitely not boring, which is something I did not expect. I expected to be extremely bored watching or reading the Bible or reading scripture or doing anything like that. I thought it would be boring, but it's actually not. It's very interesting. Very interesting. So if you ever feel the need, I recommend it. Or you could just watch my anti-religious scripture studies with me and Just Jack. And we'll read it for you. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Right? When you can actually see the Milky Way, it is fascinating. Tommy is a good dude. Yes, Rico. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, you guys. It's 1 o'clock. I've been going for quite some time now, 3.5 hours. I think I'm going to wrap it up, but I do appreciate you all for being here on this fine day for coffee talk. I appreciate you all, even if we don't share the same views. Even if you like to watch John Levi, it's okay. It's okay. Even if you like to watch Eric Dubay, it's okay. I forgive you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's all good. Much love, everyone. And remember that to keep your eyes peeled for the announcements for Flattoberfest 2023 coming. And if you want to plan to go, it is in Las Vegas, Nevada this year, October 21st and 22nd of 2023, which is a Saturday and Sunday. So you can plan to spend the whole weekend there, and it's going to be a blast. What else? Oh, today's Mark Sargent's birthday. Happy birthday, Mark Sargent. And also, tomorrow is Strange World, episode 404, and we should be having Stephen Carpenter of the Deftones joining us for that stream. It'll be great. You don't want to miss it. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. Cheers. Thank you. And for those who wish to send me stuff through snail mail, you can send it to P.O. Box 10, Earl, North Carolina, 28038. There are also links below for Flat Earth merch, and you can send me donations. And I do appreciate all the support. Sincerely, thank you very much. Also, please go to flatearthfestivals.com for all information about upcoming Flattoberfests and Flat Earth-friendly local meetups. If you are organizing a local Flat Earth meetup, email me at flatearthfestivals@protonmail.com with your meetup information to have it listed on the website for free. For everything else, you can email me at karenbfe@protonmail.com. Thank you for being here.